Yo, what's up everybody? Welcome to another episode of Footy. Exciting one, because we got some guests, we got a packed house today. Obviously to my right here, we got the quiz daddy. He's taking okay, and there goes the camera. And there goes the camera. Anyways, there's our guest. We got in the middle there, we got ATF All Things Football is joining us today. And then on the right there, we got CapeScouser as well in his full Liverpool cap as always. And then the lovely Lizelle is there. She'll be hosting the show today. And then you'll just hear a bit of me and Quiz Daddy here outside. You'll just hear voices. Yeah. You won't see us today. Okay.
Welcome to Footy. So today's lineup will be doing past week's results. So we'll be doing an underrated 11, top 10 strikers, and then we'll do our quick five predictions and we'll throw in a quiz in there somewhere. I don't know if Junaid's going to feature in the quiz. But,
I always feature.
Okay, so just to do an introduction, you guys' names and which teams you support.
My name is Benji. I am a proud Liverpool supporter. And I didn't come in the full gap. I have the jersey, of course, always.
Lovely.
Can't go anywhere without the badge if you're gonna talk footy. But next time I'll up my standards so I can be on this much level. I didn't have the energy we bring it today, but yeah, man.
Yo, I'm Jigs. I'm a United supporter. It's laughable right now because of the state. Because it is at the moment, dog. It's so hard to be a United supporter, but proud one, regardless. Know what I mean?
Don't worry, you'll get through it, my bro, man.
So we've been there. We have been
I'm Kieran, obviously, CapeScouser on TikTok, and yes, Liverpool.
Yeah, that's going to be evident.
It's
evident.
Oni's also.
There we go.
I wouldn't have known if you didn't say that one, bro.
Let's go. There's another one.
Correct so, bro.
Let's
Correct so.
get into it. So Crystal Palace through United 0-0. Do you have any thoughts on that one? I feel like United should have been a little bit more clinical. I feel like they could have won that game.
Born 100%.
I don't think it was one of the worst games of the season.
No, to be fair,
They had a fair amount of chances in that game. Great ones also, just
Didn't take him at all.
Unlucky.
But Palace should have, I think, won that game.
You think so?
Eze had chances on his own.
Yeah.
That man had two clear-cut chances.
Eze should have put Crystal Palace weg against you. That one that he put past the post.
Sure. That man normally would go the other side. That man went near post.
That one with the near post with the Nana, where he had the whole net.
That man could have won
Basically
that game.
open,
That
man.
man could have won that game single-handed.
Yeah, so you can say it could have went both ways if either team took their chances.
Some would say it was an easy chance.
It was a sitter. It was a sitter, bro. It should have been, literally, it should have been at least 1-0 down for Palace.
So we haven't had a United guy on the panel in a while.
Yeah.
We don't think that they will finish. A lot of us don't think they're going to finish fourth. What's your thoughts? Who do you think the
It's
team's
not
going to finish?
happening. It's not happening. It's very hopeful to think that we would be
So
finishing
realistically, where do you think your team will finish at the end of the season?
5th, 6th.
Fourth, sixth.
Yeah, definitely not going to make that the UEFA spot. The UEFA Champions League spot.
Okay, that's realistic. That's realistic at least.
Mm.
Moving on to Spurs and Brentford. I actually thought that was going to end in a draw. I'm surprised that Spurs actually pulled a win. Any thoughts on that fixture?
Look, Spurs, they've been playing well, man, under Postecoglou. Like, the attack is like second to none in the league. Spurs on their day, when they get it right, they get it right. But like you say, Brentford, they're unpredictable. They're really unpredictable.
Always
But I
have a
feel
goal.
like that team is adapting now to life without Ivan Toney, because when he played,
Fair.
like the way they set up was
I have
aerial
no-
balls to Tony, he's going to win it. He can shoot from distance, like he was their focal point. Now they're adjusting to Wissa and Mateta being the focal points of that team.
And
Right?
Buemo.
I'm
sorry,
glad
not
Mbuemo
Mateta,
scored because he's my
Buemo.
team.
Buemo. dog.
Like,
That is sure. That's a bowler.
exactly.
That man is doing
So,
everything right.
I feel like that team is like in a transition phase, man. Same with Spurs. Spurs, like,
Fair.
that under Postecoglou, man, you can't really say Spurs are going to be brilliant this week, and because that's what they've been. 1 week they're brilliant, and next week they're like,
And they don't show up.
yeah,
on
they
the
don't
barrel.
show up.
Mm.
So like, that was a game that could go anywhere. I think I took that game for a draw, if I'm not mistaken. Like I couldn't decide on a winner in that game. Right?
Yeah.
Moving on to Southampton and Ipswich. I thought Ipswich was going to win that game, but I think a draw was fair for both teams, to be honest.
True. Yeah, both teams actually for teams that just got promoted, they have a great style of football. I think Ipswich, I would say, has a bit more, more talent in the team.
Yeah.
But the way Saints have been knocking, they have a good chemistry. You can see they have a great
Facts.
chemistry because their touches and everything, they read each other's gameplay very nicely with the youngsters and the more experienced ones like Adam Lallana and those guys in the team that spend time in the Prem. You can see there's a nice team spirit going on there. So that it's not always enough to keep a team in the Prem, I would say, but that's the best thing they got going, I think, in the team.
Something to build on.
Yeah. But they put up a good draw against Ipswich. I think that was a fair game.
Liverpool and Bournemouth, another clean sheet for Liverpool.
Actually done, we got that one right now, that's cool.
That's
my didn't think 2 seconds, that man said 3-0.
It's, in my opinion, I hate it if you want or not, that's what Liverpool should be doing every game. I only expect that to not be the result against your top 4, top 5 teams. That's the only thing I expect you to see, but other than that, Liverpool's team, they're reaching.
You can see the passion coming out now.
Immediately.
That's the Liverpool team this season. They're starting to get to prime city levels, where then I have a first team and a second team that can whoop your ass. So
you think so? Second team?
they're getting there, but I mean the front three alone, bro.
Yeah.
It showed the other night against West Ham. I mean, one half you're running against Nunez, Jota, and Gakpo maybe. Second half you must run against Luis Diaz, Chiesa and Salah. You
don't get to breathe them.
You don't breathe at all, bro.
And I've always said that this was like Liverpool's kind of issue over the years, that they don't really have backup. They don't have good subs.
They don't have the depth in the team.
So it's good to see now,
But it's finally reaching at
But now, you see, I'm glad you brought that up. I'm glad you brought it up, the depth, because people have this misconception that depth must be purchased. Liverpool didn't purchase anybody. Now that we're a few games into the season and have good results, all of a sudden the narrative is Liverpool has depth. Where the manager came out and said, we don't need to buy, we have quality within the squad. Had people trusted in what the manager said and not moaned about Liverpool going to make signings. Because the only thing that has changed at Liverpool is that Arne Slot has come in. He has shown his squad, I believe in you. He didn't quick fire, he didn't put up people for sale. He gave everybody a fair opportunity. No, but what did Arne Slot do? Coming in as a new manager, what did he do? Usually when a manager comes in, he says, look at what the Chelsea manager did with Sterling. You're not in my plans. You're going to be sold. Slot didn't do that. He gave everybody a fair chance. He's instilled confidence in the players.
Yeah.
So we had a good squad. We always had the depth. It came down to confidence.
Game time.
Game time. Game management, confidence.
You put out your team, like you said, playing players in their
Position.
natural positions, and also just taking that risk of experimenting instead of just trying to almost I'd say keep the same system working. Take the risk to play a player
because like Jason said, again, keyword depth. Last season the problem was Liverpool need a number 6, they need a midfielder. At the moment the hottest prospect in world football is not Jude Bellingham, it's not Declan Rice, it's Ryan Gravenberch. Everybody's but literally everybody's saying it. He went to AC Milan, he played at the San Siro, he had such a beautiful game. The plaudits and partner, what is the article saying? He's followed in the footsteps of Ruud Gullit, Seedorf at the San Siro with a brilliant performance from a Dutch player. Yeah. He's now in the Premier League. People are talking about who is this player. Yeah. Koeman, legends of the game, coming out and saying, we've known he's had this talent, he just needed the confidence and belief.
I agree.
That is the type
he's probably the most exciting player at Liverpool right now.
Exactly.
Because bro, when he started, I was like, they should have done this long time ago, playing in that role.
Exactly, bro. And it comes. So like that's look the result, that 3-0. For me, based off of how we played against Forest, what was important for me for that game was the bounce back ability that Liverpool had, because that's something we struggled with before under
True,
Klopp.
yeah.
We would lose a game, the next game we'd draw. We'd go maybe 1 or 2 games without a win, and then we'd find our feet.
Yeah, you saw
But
the
it would always
drop
be
last
shaky.
It takes a while to get the momentum
There we
back.
go. It
Yeah.
would always
Last time
be
it was
shaky, but we
instant.
bounced
And
back
with the-
instantly.
And with the
bro.
way the league set up, you can't afford to go 2 games.
There we
without
go.
a game.
Right, like two games without the
You
win
must,
is
if you
too
lose
much.
one or draw
Stuff,
one, you must
yeah,
go win
stuff.
next week again, bro.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
then you know you have to win for
That's
the
it.
next 3 weeks also.
I didn't expect it to be that good though, because I went with a 2-1. I was looking at Bournemouth's team and I was like, look at this Bournemouth team can actually hurt a few teams in this league.
I'd love to work quiet, man.
So
Good
many
shame.
of them.
But Lazal, just a quick one then before we go ahead. Seeing that we're talking about like Liverpool, maybe the expectations and so forth. Can we do like a top 6 and a bottom 3? Let's start with the bottom 3.
Are we doing like a bottom 3 that's gonna be relegated and the top 6 that's gonna stay in?
Yeah,
You.
yeah. But let's start with
Or top 6 and bottom
So
three.
my bottom 3
Oh,
are
no,
still.
you already know yours.
Sorry, my bad. Yeah,
No,
let's
my
see.
bad.
No, but
who is it?
Yeah, who is it? Who is it?
My
Yeah,
bottom
we
3
don't know.
is
Okay, go ahead, Lazal.
Southampton, Ipswich, and Forest. That's my
Yeah,
bottom
she did
3.
say that.
Forest.
Forest, yeah.
Forest
Forest
done-
struggled last season.
Nah.
to be
They're
fair, and I
unbeaten,
don't
man.
like them after they beat Liverpool now, so Forest.
Okay, and then your top
Top
6.
6.
My top 6 is City, Liverpool, Arsenal, Chelsea.
Wait, in that order.
Nah.
Yes. Wait, no, not in that order.
Oh.
No, not in a particular
Nah,
order. Okay,
no
I'm gonna go
order.
City. I'm gonna go City, Liverpool, Arsenal, Chelsea, and then I'm gonna go Aston Villa and Spurs.
So Liverpool seconds, what you say?
Nah, man, in order. Oh,
Guys,
I don't know why that's so
unfeasible. So you said Liverpool. Wait, you said Liverpool second, Arsenal under them, then Chelsea 4,
yes.
5 Spurs, and then
No,
Aston
5
Villa.
Aston Villa,
5
6
Aston Villa,
Spurs.
Spurs. Okay, okay. I mean
That's
that.
our
I'm
opinion.
kind of tweaked it a little bit. I
Always
tweaked it.
so
No, I tweaked it. Yeah.
Okay.
That's very fair.
Go ahead, Keith.
My bottom 3, I'm standing on Everton. They
Yup.
don't fix.
Gone.
They don't fix what's going on there. They're going down. Everton, Southampton, and Bournemouth, I think, is going down.
Bournemouth.
100%.
Ooh.
They-
Bournemouth is
Joyman
flying.
actually went with the same. He also said Bournemouth.
No,
They-
Bournemouth
yeah.
are going, bro.
Not really sure over there right now, man. But
Yeah,
my top
they-
6 in
Bournemouth they've lost Eddie Howe, they've lost their director of football.
It's Chai.
Yes.
It's Chai for
It's
Bournemouth.
going down, yeah. So, and it's gonna be a long season still.
Yo, bro.
But yeah, that's my bottom 3, my top 6.
I think the order is crazy, man. I think the order is
You're selecting the placements, bro.
Okay,
tough
okay.
one.
Nah, I'm be bold and do the whole prediction. I'm going Pool,
Mm.
Arsenal, City,
Mm.
Villa, Chelsea, Spurs.
Wait.
So you think Villa's still gonna make top
wait
4?
a
Hey,
minute.
So
Wait
you're
a
saying-
minute.
so you're saying City 3?
Wait a minute. What? City third. And who second?
Canners.
So Arsenal and
Your
Liverpool
opinion.
above us. Your opinion. Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, I like the way people make jokes. It's funny.
Yo,
Go yours.
bottom 3 is gonna be the same as this, man. Everton, terrible.
Yeah.
They need to fix, they need to sort out their life soon. It's not looking good. Bournemouth are going with him, and the Saints, I think they're just gonna go with him. They didn't do anything to bolster their team that got promoted, man. And they're gonna need that in the Prem. Top 6, yo. I'm gonna start there at 6. United, Spurs, Chelsea. Yo. Mm.
This
It's-
He's
is
a United
realistic.
fan. He said United 6 now.
United
I
six.
He's realistic,
respect
yeah.
it. Yeah, I respect it.
Say, I think Villa still in the top 4, man. Villa are playing really well, man. They're scoring the goals that they missed last season. I'd say, you're at top
You
3.
already said Chelsea. You said Chelsea.
Well,
fourth,
you already
no?
said Chelsea 4th, so that.
So either United,
United
City,
must drop then, man, bro.
Yo.
As a United
Brutal.
fan, bro,
United 7th.
like the honesty.
The way it's going right now, bro, that it's not convincing, man, bro.
Yeah.
I'm sure it can get better, that's why I'm saying like the order is tough, but yo, I can't do that to my team, bro. But they deserve it.
So what is your top 6 then?
Yeah, switch it up, son. United at home.
Nah, keep United 6.
Okay.
5th. Chelsea.
Okay.
Villa.
I love how you guys both
Liverpool.
Liverpool in the stay top 4.
City Arsenal.
Okay.
Dat
So,
weet ze wel zo.
so what
Yeah.
you're saying is Spurs is not there in that equation at all. Spurs below United? Okay.
For now, yeah.
Okay.
For now.
Okay.
Away.
Mr. Kieran?
Yo. The bottom 3, I'm going with Everton going down, bruh. Like, they can't every year not want to invest in the squad, and you know the struggles is still the same. Sean Dyche, yes, he's a manager. It's gonna get you out of a dogfight, but he's got no game plan, and it looks like he's lost the dressing room. Man, that Everton team, I can safely say when I watch Everton or when I need to place a bet on Everton, I'm only going to go look. Is Calvert-Lewin playing? If he's not playing, you know they're losing, right? So Everton going down. Ipswich, I feel like they won't come second last. I'm not convinced that Ipswich is going to go down because they got a good manager. I feel like that team just needs to get a few Premier League games under their belt, and they'll go on a run of games. Same with Southampton. From what I saw when Southampton played United, the way they played, my gosh, bruh, like there's just something about that team, and if they're gonna get momentum, they're gonna pick up a few points. But I would say Southampton in there to get relegated, and the last team, I can't decide really, me bro, between Bournemouth as one of the teams, right, and I would have said Fulham, but they
Fulham?
yes, bruh.
So before the season
Yes.
started, you were thinking Fulham was going to get
Yes.
relegated. Even when you saw all the signings.
Yes,
now?
but that's what I'm saying. I would have said Fulham. I would have said.
No, but even still.
I would have said Fulham, bruh. But
I can't.
not just. I'm gonna go on a limb here. I'm not like it was gonna. The third spot was Fulham, right? Forest, but of late, of recent form, I'm gonna put West Ham in there, bruh. That team is not playing. They're not playing well. They are not.
By the relegation though.
Yes, bruh. So for example.
So Leicester playing better than West Ham.
The problem with West Ham, where's West Ham laying on the log at the moment? And the problem with West Ham is they've made too many additions in a short period of time, and a new man. Julian Lopetegui is not the manager for the Premier League.
But they're not in the
He's
bottom
not.
6.
Because bro, if I had a squad like that, I'd probably be doing
Exactly,
something.
exactly. If they don't change that manager, they are going to go down. That West Ham will go down. I'm telling you, bruh.
Okay, I'm clipping that.
Bruh, look, you can,
That's a take though, no? It's a shout.
I mean, considering the result against Chelsea, like Chelsea just...
You were Chelsea,
Oh,
Yeah, but to be
Yeah.
fair, Chelsea have been looking good.
But look at
They have-
the result against Chelsea, the result against Liverpool now, and I know people are going to say it's a League Cup, but they played fully fledged internationals against Liverpool's second team. Liverpool made 9 changes in that game, and they got absolutely thrashed.
It's not just that.
They
it's
got
the-
thrashed,
if you watch
bruh.
them play, the performance is not convincing.
Exactly, bro. And the
It's not
players,
Defensive.
I can guarantee you.
If you look at
Alvarez,
Chelsea's game,
look,
if you look at
yo.
Chelsea's game, nah, look, they kind of held it down. I mean, Chelsea won, what, 3-0? And 2 of their goals was man-to-man defensive errors, which was terrible.
Oh, this.
I mean,
Whoa.
look, it's
Make Jackson look good.
it's on him, yeah, basically.
There you
God,
Wait,
basically,
bro.
man.
Jackson was
Shots
good
fired,
in
bro.
the game.
Shots fired,
I wish the
bro.
camera was on him. But nah, exactly, bro. Not to take anything away from him.
Yeah.
He still has to go to the poles in the direction and put it in the net. But you made him look good, bro, both times with the pass through the middle and that run around. I mean, how you a centre back and let him run all the way around you?
Look, if you're gonna be realistic about West Ham, this is what I'm looking at. In January, there's a player in that West Ham team that City have been chasing for 2 seasons now. Paqueta is going to be signed by City because of the injury to Rodri. That will happen. Paqueta will sign for
But he needs
City.
to pull up his socks and play.
No,
right
brah, he's not
He
playing in
don't
a team
wanna
with
play.
confidence.
Yeah,
He doesn't want to be there.
I know.
Remember, West Ham blocked that move. He doesn't want to be there, bro. And I can almost guarantee you now, Mohamed Kudus will leave West Ham in January. He's going to leave. That is two pivotal players that leave that team, and that team is not performing.
Is he staying in the Prem? Kudus. If he
Yo,
leaves.
bro.
Why not,
Liverpool are
I take
shopping
him.
for a number 10, bro.
I take him.
Liverpool are shopping for number 10, and
For Kudus.
Kudus has been mentioned. Arsenal might even buy him. I don't know what is the extent of that Odegaard injury, bruh. So Arsenal could buy. I mean, Arsenal sold Smith Rowe. Odegaard got injured. They don't really have an alternative for the number 10.
Oh, Smith Rowe would
So-
have actually been.
Smith would have been
So-
tough.
No, but you see, that's
It's just the
always,
way things work
that's
out.
always what happens there. And I just like you get kind of annoyed by when somebody say, "Yo, what Smith Rowe could do," but he was there. It's just
I just worry for West Ham.
We're only saying that because
Oh, yeah.
Odegaard.
It's like what
If Odegaard wasn't
Because
injured,
to
then
be honest,
Wouldn't consider.
like, even I felt like Arteta didn't hurt him and to not give him that game time, especially playing next to Odegaard, bro. At the time, Odegaard was more of an 8 for Arsenal, just a pivotal player controlling the ball. Now, he's taken more of a leadership role, and they've given him that free reign of you can do whatever you want now, just go out and play.
Yeah.
But let's be honest, does Smith Rowe fit in that system if he stays there?
That's
Not
the
at
thing,
all.
bro.
But Smith
But
Rowe
this
was
is-
that
he's
guy
there for the
before
backup,
Odegaard
man.
was there, maybe.
Yeah, but that's it exactly. Smith Rowe, I think he's very, very talented, and he's the type of player that needs to be the guy in the team, or at least
Yes.
part
Yeah.
of the guy.
Yeah. Same with Palmer, bro.
Yes.
I
Pinkish
was,
small
yes,
one.
I was
That's
like,
true.
when we sold Palmer to Chelsea, I was sad about it because I knew his potential. I watched him play in the youth game in the under 21s, and he was like the top goal scorer for the league. He was playing striker
For a long time,
for a
no?
long time. So when I sold him to Chelsea, I was like, yo, now is the same time as we sell Mahrez, we're selling this man also, because I thought that was going to be his opportunity now to play. We sell him and look what he did by Chelsea, and I'm happy for him, but it's like I think Arsenal fans is kind of getting the same or similar now
With
with
Smith
Smith
Rowe.
Rowe. Seeing that.
And Fulham going to the gym.
Like, yo, bro.
Yeah.
Fulham did some
And
bad business.
the other thing with Smith Rowe.
year.
Oh yeah, that
Smith
the
Rowe and
last
that-
few days of the transfer market,
They went-
Fulham.
They cook.
That swayed me like big time. Nah, Fulham will stay up, but
Yeah.
West Ham, bro, I'm worried about them.
Yeah,
Bro. They spent a lot of money, and the team is not performing,
Not
bro.
at all, bro.
So just to wrap up last week's fixtures, we're going to the
Do I still need to
Sunday.
do a top 6?
To the Sunday. Did you do
Oh,
the
yeah,
top
yeah,
six?
yeah.
You didn't
Yeah,
do the
top
top
six,
six?
yeah.
We got lost in our West Ham.
That was a valid one,
With
man.
West End.
That was a spanner in the works.
Okay, top 6, top 6 now, I'm gonna go with. Yo.
It's tough when it's there, no?
Okay,
So 4,
so
5, and 6 is high. That's the top 3.
The top three,
if I'm just sitting here now, I'm gonna go Liverpool to win the league. I've never come out and said this.
That's valid.
So Liverpool to win the league purely based on how we started the season, and we will strengthen in January. They haven't given slot reinforcements.
Yep.
If Liverpool show this consistency all the way to January and they reinforce the squad, by all means we'll have a better squad. Second place, I'm gonna go with City. And the only reason I'm not taking City to win the league is because they've lost Rodri. And their win percentage
Well, that
without Rodri
Mm.
is like a 20% difference. And that is huge in the Premier League. That's very big.
Yeah.
We've
Third-
never seen a year without the Andre.
Exactly. Look, third, I'm going to go Arsenal. I'm gonna go Arsenal. And I've been very critical of this. I've said Arsenal are going to go through the third season cycle where you compete for 2 years, and in the third season your squad is ravaged with injuries. It happened to City, it happened to Liverpool.
Plus
And-
they already dropped 4 points.
They've
also.
dropped 4 points, and what's happening? Key players are getting injured. Raya, Odegaard. I called this out months ago and people laughed at me. It's happening. That's my top 3 now. Fourth place. Bro, I'm gonna put my head on a block here, but I'm gonna go Newcastle.
Newcastle, yeah.
They don't have European football, and
I
we
respect
saw
that
what
one,
they
but-
can
After
do.
that L, we
I
took to
respect
Fulham though.
Nah, I respect
Look,
that, man.
Newcastle have
created a
conquered.
lot of
The
chances
thing
and
is,
then-
Newcastle have conquered FFP now. They're offering Anthony Gordon a new contract now, right? January comes, that team can strengthen their squad. Right? Tonali's back. He's back. They missed him last season.
Ooh, that man in Bruno is gonna.
Because realistically, what happened to Newcastle last season?
That
They
was-
fell off when Tonali's suspension kicked in. That was when they fell
That
off,
was the
right?
worst thing that could have
So
happened. to them.
that's my fourth place. Fifth, I'm gonna go Chelsea. That team is showing mad consistency now. If Todd Bowley doesn't do what he does and gets rid of the manager and starts the cycle again, Chelsea can get fifth, maybe sneak in fourth.
So I think
right?
they must fire that man
Who?
for that to happen.
For Todd Bowley.
Nah, the coach.
No, Mariska. No, they need to keep. They need to keep him. They need to keep him. They need to
I was
keep
about
him.
to say, man is just starting to cook, bro.
Exactly. They need to keep him,
I
right?
like him, I like him.
So that's fifth, sixth. I want to say United, no, but bro, no. No. You know what? I'm gonna go. I wanted to say this with the Palace and United game. I never gave a comment on that. But the problem at United is, and I'll say it proudly, it's their fan base. It is not the club. And Arsenal went through this toxicity with their fan base. The expectation on that squad. They won Barnsley 7-0. Bro, you heard about it like it's a Champions League game, man.
You can't be.
But you heard about it. You literally heard about it like it's a Champions League game. There was mad posts and stuff.
Yeah.
You forget that Barnsley is mid-table in the second division. And what happens? You come out and you play in the league, you can't score. You play in the Europa League, you can't score. And now you don't hear anything.
They scored all their goals against
Bro, stop putting that expectation on your squad. Arsenal fans learned that the hard way. Their team is playing now because why? Their fans are a bit humble. They don't gun their
I
players.
also said that they must just accept where they
Where
are.
they-
Thank
Away,
you.
the
That
position
is
that
the
they have
reality
right
of it.
now.
I would have said United for sixth, but bro, at Aston Villa and Unai Emery is something special, bruh.
I give my props. back.
Yo,
Emery's cooking over
That
there.
man is
Bro.
cooking for the last. This
Bro.
Technically, Aston Villa is on the same form as Liverpool. They've
They
won all the
are
games and
knocking.
only lost one.
and that
They're
signing,
grinding results out.
John
Look
Durant.
here.
They're grinding results out.
that signing of Onana is gonna be a major signing for them, bruh.
Huge.
It's really easy.
Major.
But-
Because they lost Douglas Luiz.
They had to
Yes,
replace that man.
So
But
that signing,
bro,
yo.
for me, I think that might be a blessing in disguise, bro.
Yes,
You need
bro.
a-
100%,
You need a player
bro.
like Onana, bro.
For,
Strong.
you know,
Yeah.
That's a little bit of everything.
to hold it down and he's
Yeah.
giving almost
So
like
that's
a
my top
comeback
6,
energy.
bro.
Even like a Yaya Toure in his
Yes.
TV, bro.
I don't see Spurs coming in the top 6, bro.
Nice. Spurs must
I don't
say
know, bro.
I kinda do, but okay,
Spurs is an injury away from a crisis, bro.
that. If anything, they six.
Look what happened with Spurs last year. Madison got injured and the team did nothing.
Yeah, I put them 6.
So,
I think
Spurs
my hot take is that I think Aston Villa might fall off.
Because
they
of
don't
Europe.
They don't have the depth, yeah. They don't have the depth, bro.
Champions
They
League is going to be
play
difficult for
Jacob
them.
Ramsey, no, that's the only other winger really. You know, he's not even a winger. You get me?
Is a midfielder.
So,
But they got to Randy Rand scoring goals.
But
yeah,
they could
but they
they-
don't have depth in the wings, bro.
Mm.
And in the
Yeah,
midfield.
Leon
they
Bailey
should
is
never have
in
sold
the
Diaby though. They should never have sold
They should never have
Diaby.
done that, bro.
So get that
So
man.
that's why I'm saying I don't think they're gonna end in the top 6. That's just my opinion.
I trust Unai Emery.
I think
That's how I feel
January.
about
I think
that.
January will determine that because you know what? No, Spurs owners is not scared to invest in that team.
Mm.
They're not scared. So if they're still competing in the Champions League, they'll be able to attract some good players to that club, bruh. Really good players. And Unai Emery, we know his experience in Europe. So
Yeah, we'll see.
Maybe some
Bro.
Spanish players also there. Some
Yeah.
wingers there from La Liga, bro. Might
never
get
know. We
everything
might be
fit
seeing
up,
a
bro.
Oyazabal in the Premier League. You never know, bro. You never
Might
know.
break a lot of hearts.
Yo, bruh.
Yeah.
Right, so before we get to the underrated 11, let's just cover the Brighton and Forest game and City and Arsenal. Those are the only teams that are undefeated. From that 4 teams, who's going to take their first L?
Brighton.
Yeah,
I was just thinking.
what's the next
I
game
was-
though? What's the fixture though?
Ah,
Depends
wait,
who
the
they
next
play first.
depends on the next fixture.
I think no, Liverpool play Wolves and they play Brighton.
City plays Newcastle, Arsenal plays Leicester, Brighton plays Chelsea away, and Forest plays Fulham.
Nah, Brighton.
Brighton.
You know what?
Brighton and Fulham, Brighton and Forest is catching it out from.
Ah, wait.
I'm worried about
So you think
City.
Fulham gonna pull one over Forest?
Fulham is looking good
That we
right
see,
now.
Fulham have that combos, man. That Wolves combo and that Arsenal combo.
Mm.
They fine. They
I
fine.
think what's his name takes the first L. City.
Against
Against
Newcastle.
Newcastle. Is
At
Newcastle
St.
playing
City
home?
at St. James.
Newcastle
At St.
is-
James'
Newcastle
Park.
is playing-
It's not gonna.
Can we?
Two teams
Yeah,
might take
bro,
the-
let me just talk about this for a second. Hold up, no, hold up.
Two teams
I'm
might
not
take the
gonna-
L, boy.
I'm not gonna allow this the whole time, bruh. Guy, we talk about this. Because, look at you guys all gave your top 4 and the top 6. None of you put City first. So let's just talk
Because
about
the loss of
Rodri
Rodri changes a lot, bruh.
Bro, the thing is the same way he say. He believes in Emery. I believe in Pep, bro. He always finds a way, bro.
No,
This
he
is
does.
what I'm picturing with Pep. Is that it, like this is the first time in years where I feel like we would get by without Rodri. He's still the most important player in our team. But Kovacic has been looking good there in the middle. Okay, and then don't forget about John Stones. I feel like we must just bench Walker, play John Stones again there on the right back like we did when we won the treble, when he used to step into midfield, then it can work. So I'm confident, bro, that he's gonna find a way. Pep always finds a way, bro. And I'm gonna come back to the end.
But it's not
If
just.
that doesn't work,
I
just
think
go
the
buy
thing is, it's
another
not just
CD.
Rodri.
If it doesn't work, just go buy another CD.
The thing is, it's not just Rodri, bro.
Oh,
De Bruyne is also picking up a lot of injuries, bro.
Very consistently. Also,
Exactly,
bro.
like,
It
and
happens
that's
too
your
often.
look. Rodri in the team frees up your midfield to supply Haaland, bro. Like if that player, that defensive player is not, like you say, Pep's always found a way. But Pep always had two at the same time. He had Rodri, he had Fernandinho.
Yes, Foden, bro.
Foden is not a defensive midfielder. What is City's
We're talking
problem?
about the
Pep
Bruyne
will
now.
make him a
Foden is
defensive
the-
City, but this is the thing. City's brilliant on the attack. We all know that. But City struggle against teams that play the same game against them, that same attacking game. Rodri gives you stability in front of your
Yeah,
defense.
bro, there's no doubt. I agree.
Without that man there, bro,
But
I
John
honestly,
Stones, bro, that season, you could say
one
that.
season.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. He
They
has-
only need
he
him
has
to
that
be good for
ability.
one more season.
Just look at
Wow, Rodri
okay.
is
So let's do this. Look at the disorganization, no? Of City against Arsenal when Rodri left the pitch. Kyle Walker was all over the place.
They
Kyle
must play
Walker's
Rico
always
Lewis.
all over
Kyle
the
I don't
place.
wanna know. That's
Kyle
not
Walker's not a
the
good
ground.
defender.
But
Rico Lewis.
But you
Rico
understand
Lewis.
what I'm saying? That
No way.
Yeah, but that
is
Kyle
that
Walker,
important,
that-
bro?
I know, but
Yo.
I'm saying now, not just watch.
You know,
You guys
you know,
are swallow
people
words.
like to
Look,
like to
games
say
are
that-
coming thick
say
and
this about
fast,
Trent,
bro.
They like to say this about Trent. When Trent doesn't have backup with him, then he looks whack as a defender. It's the exact same thing for Kyle Walker. If it's not
That's
someone,
not, you know why?
You see him, you see him at
he's a
you
bad
now.
defender.
He is a bad defender.
He's
He's a
good
bad
at defending
Who?
against the
Kyle
player.
Walker.
He's
He's
good
fast
at
and
defending
strong.
against the player, but when someone is not cleaning up after him,
Yes.
then he also looks
I
bad.
agree.
He also leaves that.
I agree, bro. If you know me, no, I have this thing with Kyle Walker, and I like your
I think-
days are done. Man.
Rico
I don't
Lewis
think
must
so.
play, no?
I don't
Rico
think-
Lewis must
I think-
play.
Yes,
I don't think
Yeah,
Kyle
I
Walker
like
stays.
I like
The
it.
thing is, I like Rico Lewis, no? He can play certain games, but I feel like slowly we need to bring Stones back in that role.
Stones can play in the
No,
middle, bro.
no.
But Rodri's not there.
We
He
have,
plays
we
Stones
have,
in the
we
middle.
have, we have.
Especially now with Rodri being out. Now it is almost like they do have to count on Stones.
Mm.
They do have to count on Stones. I mean, it's a
But
very
is that
lucky
Matthias
move also
Nunes
that
or so?
Gundogan also came back in this time.
That's true.
I think there's gonna be an important time for Matthias Nunes
Yeah.
now.
He
I
scored
know
now,
for
he
sure.
scored in the
I
league.
think-
What about that?
You
I
see,
think
he
so.
scored
That
in
might
the
need to
weekend
come.
and all the
See,
players
another
like
one
with
feels
a
just
smile on his
like-
face 'cause he's been kind of sad since he's came there.
He doesn't really
Not
play,
getting
bro,
better.
and he's
I-
really good.
No,
Yes, bro.
actually,
He's
I
a
agree.
really
about
good,
him,
bro.
yeah.
But he
forgot
doesn't
that
really
Honestly, I
play.
forgot about that guy.
Look,
Good,
The thing is, we all talk about Kyle Walker, and this is my perception of it. Kyle Walker is not bad. And like when you say he's done, I don't agree. I feel like
Not
what
pace
Pep
though.
Guardiola has
Not
done
pace.
with Kyle Walker is what has harmed him more than done him good. He's played that boy so long as a centre back that he doesn't have rhythm as a right back, bruh. If you play Kyle Walker as your centre back with the amount of pace he has, bro,
Killing
do you know how difficult it is for a striker to run in
Yeah, but the
behind?
thing is, Kyle Walker's game is based on his physicality.
But
And
isn't
if he
that
loses-
what you-
if he
but
loses
isn't
his-
that what
if
you
he
want?
loses his pace,
It's
he's
done.
done.
But
But he
isn't
has a
that
hit, man.
isn't that what you want from a centre back? Pace, physicality, a centre back that can
I'll
get back.
prefer centre back with a fucking mind.
With a
bro.
brain.
But you play,
That's why I said he's a
You
good
play
player.
next-
This is what I've
but you
always
play
said
next to
about
a
Kyle
Kanji
Walker.
and he's fine.
What I've always said about
No.
Kyle Walker is that he makes up for his lack of defensive IQ with the fact that he's strong and
Yeah.
fast.
He's
So
an
when he's out of
athlete.
position, all he
He
does
can
is
get
tick,
back.
tick, tick, tick,
He's
tick,
an
tick,
athlete.
and they call
And
that
when-
good defending.
When it's
and
But
not-
that's not good defending.
He's not good going forward.
It's more of his attacking threat that makes up for that.
Kyle Walker, so
By
Kyle
the way,
Walker leaves you.
And I'll pick Trent over Kyle Walker.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you for that.
Thank you.
Thank you for that. We heard it here first from a City fan.
So,
Look, I think that's City's problem. Is like you say, Kyle Walker going forward, he leaves that team very exposed
bro,
because
he's
he's not good going forward. He's not good going
forward.
forward.
And I feel like the world has kind of been blinded They put him in the top 3
the
for the last few years.
The world's
they put him
been
in-
blinded because most of City's games they dominate position.
Yes.
He doesn't have to.
Yes.
He doesn't have to.
Now,
doesn't have to defend.
now that's what, and then I keep saying like, bro, like you guys are not watching the game. You keep making mistakes. You keep getting a red card. You keep
He
giving
costs
fouls
you,
away. You keep getting yellow cards when you shouldn't. So that
You
is
sound
stuff.
so annoyed by
Bro,
it.
Jason knows the truth. He knows the truth. He knows the truth without Rodri. Look, that injury to Rodri came early in the season. City still have to play the top teams. They've had a good start now to the season, and they haven't played any of the top teams besides Arsenal. City have to go and play against those top attacking teams, right? For me, that is what's gonna count now. Without Rodri, who that team is built around, and De Bruyne missing now, it's gonna be a struggle for City to get
Yes.
some sort of continuity, and that's where they're gonna
It's gonna
drop
be a
points.
struggle.
I think
but
that-
we're still gonna finish.
I think that is City's best shout though. You know, if you play, I would even say play Stones as a centre back. You play him as a centre back, but then just so that he has a direct line to go from the defensive midfield and just fall in, and then whoever is playing the third, so you play your 3, whoever's playing your right centre back just moves further out.
No,
And
I
Stones
hear
slots
you,
in
but
there.
the thing is, we perfected that when he was playing the right back and going into the midfield.
Yes.
We perfected it, so let's just do it again. That's my whole thing.
But
I
is-
know you say
is it
put
gonna
him as
work, though?
centre back, no? You
But-
don't trust
but-
Stones.
Is he gonna
Yeah,
run back when he must go defend?
That's what I'm saying.
On the right
I
back?
think Akanji has definitely proved himself now.
Yes,
And we know
he's
Gavadio, he's a very good ball playing defender.
Yeah.
You know, and with his physical
Yeah.
ability that he brings to the field as well. And Akanji has now, I think he's established himself
In
as
the
a-
Premier
as a
League,
solid
yeah.
player.
He's
So,
established
My
himself.
opinion is our best defender in my opinion, Akanji.
Thank you. Drop Ruben Diaz, please.
Diaz is
overhyped and overrated.
Yes.
Yo,
I agree.
100%, bro.
Yeah.
yo, bruh.
Diaz needs to pipe down a little bit.
Diaz is
bro.
good, but like I would pick Akanji over Diaz any day. But the
Akanji's
thing is,
consistent,
I don't
man.
know if I would play Stones and Akanji at the back.
Where's
That's what we're
Nathan?
talking about
Where's
now.
Nathan Ake?
No, Ake is not injured now. I'm talking about like who's
Yeah.
available now.
Sure.
Ake is amazing, bruh, but
He can play anywhere across the back, and he can play as a 6.
I can see a world where when he gets back, where he plays next to Akanji,
Of
and
course.
then Gvardiol on the left, and then maybe Stones on the right. I can see that.
But don't you think that Pep could even try, if he wants to play a defensive team, he could even try Gvardiol in the 6 because he's very good on the ball.
I can see that as
And
well.
he's attacking, he scores goals from outside the
Yeah.
box.
I can see that. I can see that.
But
You
when you
can
have
play there
Stones,
with another midfielder.
but when you have Stones, wouldn't you then want to just
A
play
back-
Stones there rather?
Yes.
Henrico
No, but
goes
if you
right
play a
back.
back 3 with Stones,
Right back.
Ake and Akanji, and you have Gvardiol in your 6, when you defend, you can just have Gvardiol drop into a
Yeah.
back 4.
Yeah,
And you
I can
attack
see that.
Gvardiol going forward in the 6.
Four centre-backs, bro.
Valid.
Yes, bro. The bro.
That's
Why
that's
not,
how
bro?
he did it.
That's how he did it.
Bro,
We won a
man.
treble doing that,
Yes,
bruh.
the last time we played 4 centre backs,
It
it
worked.
was the best I've ever seen City in my life. So why not?
Very consistent.
It was one of the maddest transitions, like from defense into attack. But
Yeah.
But I don't-
unstoppable.
I don't think he
way.
drops Kyle Hooker because Kyle Hooker's carrying the captain's arm.
I
man,
know,
at the
and
moment.
that's the annoying part.
Is
That's
that
why I'm
is that what's keeping him in the starting lineup?
I
Like,
think
is your
so,
is your
man.
captain?
He's the captain.
He's fit playing. Like
He's
that.
British, he has to wear the armband, he's
Remember
the captain
you
of
need
the
to play
team.
with a certain amount of British people as well. So that's also.
Is it
the-
3?
Homegrown.
It's 3.
Yeah, homegrown.
Yeah.
Alright.
Right, it's about that time. Hi to everybody in the chat. So we'll do our underrated 11 now. Let's start with the goalie. Okay, I'm going with, if I'm saying his name right, I'm going with Murik.
Same.
Are we doing the underrated 11 now?
Ipswich
Yes,
keeper.
Why don't we just,
Murik.
why don't we just do the top 10 rather? Just
Top 10 strikers.
yeah, let's just do that. Let's leave the underrated 11 for now. And let's just do.
That's the argument.
Do the underrated. Do the underrated.
Okay, you twisted my arm, okay.
You wanted to do it. You wanted to do it.
Are we all gonna give up?
Yeah, so
I'm with her on
Same.
so we'll go
Murik.
with
Murik.
Muric.
I was
Number-
gonna throw in for Bruggen, Brighton's goalie.
Oh, you in the whole 11 or just
Okay.
positions?
Dutch international,
Okay.
number 1.
Oh,
And so-
Underrated, who's your underrated goalkeeper?
Goalkeeper.
My underrated
Yeah.
goalkeeper,
Goalkeeper.
Keller, hands down.
gonna say Allison.
I'm gonna say
Why are we not
the only reason I'm saying Keller is because that boy can literally go play for a Champions League team and he can thrive. And he does not get that plaudits like He deserves it.
I think he does.
Nah, he doesn't, bro.
That brings me to mind.
And you know why I say Keller? Sorry, but you know why I say Keller? Nottingham Forest were looking for a goalkeeper. They put in a bid of £10 million for Keller, bruh. Like, can you tell me he's worth 10 million and you're paying 60 million for a keeper? That. Come on, it's an argument in itself, man.
Fair enough.
Like,
I don't think it's a bad shout.
I think so.
Every time he's
Played.
played, he's put in that position, he held it down, Sinja.
Fair.
But then again, like let's take Ramsdale for example right now. He did good in the Arsenal team where there was, a solid defense
Yeah.
at least.
But now he's
But
exposed.
but if you put him in a team where he's, let's say his responsibilities are a bit heavier on his shoulders now, then we'll have to see how underrated he is. But
Goalkeepers always a tough.
but Keller is not
Yeah.
playing consistent, no, but when he plays for
When he
Ireland, he
plays-
performs.
yes,
Yeah.
that
I
as
mean,
well.
that brings me to mind. I feel like Ortega is. I feel like he's a
Even
great-
Ortega.
Decent.
Even
shot.
him.
He's
Very
a good shot
decent, bro.
stopper. He might maybe just need to work on his ball playing ability because obviously that's where Edison stands out over him, and I think that's why Pep will prefer him.
Ortega's a
But
match
Ortega's
winner,
a good
bruh.
keeper, bruh.
He's a match winner.
Yeah,
That's
he's a
also
match
that's
winner,
a big
bruh.
shout,
Oh,
bro.
yeah.
Bro, remember when Son 1v1 against Son?
Yes, bro. Massive save.
Basically,
He basically won us the league. He won us the league
Yes,
last
he
season,
does.
bruh.
That's
Was
what
at
I'm
the
saying.
point that Edison wanted to leave?
Single-handedly. He won us the league.
Yes, bro. So, and Muric is a good shout. Yo, I've seen this man's ball stopping ability. It's just
It's crazy,
His
no?
reflexes is so
Yeah.
bad.
Even watch it, like, look, between Keller and there was another goalkeeper was Flecken. I think he's very good.
I can hear it, but it's
Flecken
like
is very good,
a
bruh.
jump taking keepers like Flecken or whatever that concedes a lot.
Yeah, but their defense isn't as strong.
Yeah,
Exactly.
That's also true, yeah.
So we need to look at like
That's why
the
the
amount of
goalkeepers
shots
are
they
the
take
top
on, the
goalkeepers.
saves they make, and all of.
Yeah.
Like you said, Liverpool have a good defense. Can you take Keller out, like put him in another team, will he perform? Then I go and I look at Northern Ireland. They don't have a good team, but the boy performs, bruh.
Yeah.
And he hardly plays. He hardly gets minutes in front of
I remember
her.
how.
So that's the that's the level of consistency. When Alisson gets injured, we don't panic because we know
Yeah,
we've
but
got a really good
When
goalkeeper.
Edison also.
Sometimes the guys are happy that.
Yeah. I've said this about Edison so many. I've said this about Edison so many times. That I think over the years, it's almost like you don't face so many
He got
shots.
comfortable.
So you
Yeah.
get like you script when a shot comes.
Look, I feel the same. I feel the same about Alisson. There's times where he'll make the maddest of saves, but sometimes he concedes a
Yeah,
sloppy
so
goal.
that's similar with
Yes.
Edison
And
and
when Popo
like
goes
Like,
that.
he concedes a sloppy goal.
But
But really, the only thing that justified me taking Keller was that bid that we got for him of 10 million, and you have Ramsdale and keepers like that being sold for 30 plus million, bro.
Oh yeah.
That is why I'm going with
English
underrated
tax.
and
Okay,
disrespectful.
let's
English tax.
Let's move on to underrated centre backs.
Centre backs. Okay, you go first.
Like you guys say that he's overrated. I'm saying Konate is underrated.
Yes,
I'm
yes,
saying
yes,
Konate is underrated.
yes,
I feel like
yes.
whoever plays next to Van Dijk is almost like they're in the shadows, to be
Oh,
honest.
right.
In my
I sent that picture in the group, bro.
yes.
No one's won more aerial duels in that man this season.
Okay.
And he has improved his
What other
distribution
centre back
as
you
well.
know?
I have Konate and I have Gabriel from.
Woo!
Is he underrated?
Yes.
I don't think they rate him that
Is he
high. I
underrated?
feel like he
Did you give both
deserves.
of yours?
I'm
Yes,
not
that's
that.
fine, that's
we've been-
fine.
I got Murillo of Nottingham Forest.
Okay.
Isn't he a right
And
back?
I got Van Ecke of Brighton.
Van Ecke's good.
I
Oh,
have,
you like the Brighton players?
I
eh?
have Van der Ven in my team, bro, from Spurs.
Okay.
Nah, I rate him.
Nah, but I mean, like, he's still not get like he's not
Not
getting
in the
his
process,
process,
yeah.
Yeah.
And
That's
it's
how I
actually
feel about
bowling,
Ibu
bro.
also. I rate Ibu highly priced.
I said he's top 5.
I didn't want to go
I said he's
Liverpool
top 5.
bias with my centre backs, bro. I was looking at it
Of
like
course.
they made a big case for Ibo now. And if you look at the start of the season, people are saying Saliba is on Virgil's level. But Ibo has won 20% more duels than Saliba this season. He's outplayed him in every single game this season, right? But okay, not to go Liverpool bias, my two centre backs was underrated Lascelles from Newcastle.
Yo, still.
Right?
Mm.
Bro, man, he's a tank, bruh, and he's a leader. Lascelles is a leader. And then my other one was Gabriel. my other one was Gabriel from Arsenal. I feel like
Is that underrated?
no, he is, bro.
Yes.
I don't feel like he
I
can.
feel like Saliba and Ben White walk away with the trophies and
Exactly,
plaudits,
exactly.
but Gabriel is the one that does.
But he's talking about
Nah,
like underrated.
I don't think
But-
it's underrated. I mean, he's
He doesn't
one
get
of
his
the highest
flowers,
scoring
bro.
defenders
I feel like he does.
of the last 3 years.
If you're thinking about
But on a level of consistency, if you look at the media, who's always in the
Oh, the
media?
media doesn't really
Saliba's
hype,
always
they don't
there.
hype, exactly.
Ben White is always there.
Exactly.
But Gabriel never misses a game.
Yeah.
He never misses, and he
Bro
scores
scores.
important
Scores.
goals for Arsenal, bro. It's
One of the
like
highest scoring.
that's my two centre backs, bro.
Mine is Van der Ven and Greaves from Ipswich.
Easy.
They centre back. That
The
man is
tall
busy-
one.
That man is busy tackling, bro.
Van der Ven is good. I feel like mine is the two Dutchmen, Van der Ven, and what's the other one by Brighton?
Van Hecke.
Van Hecke.
They, I feel like
Yeah.
that's
Fire.
two top defenders, bro. And they
I'm
fast.
every time I see him.
Fast, bro.
So
Yeah,
that's-
I don't have two centre backs. I have a back three since
Yeah,
Oh,
let's
What's
go.
that saying for me?
So I'm gonna give my three underrated defenders. I'm gonna go with I'm gonna start off first with Robinson from Fulham.
That's my left back.
That man
Is he
is
underrated though?
Yes.
so very
Yes,
much.
he
is.
Very much.
Yes, bro.
Broski is
Very
disrespected.
Very much, bro. And especially, I think because he's playing behind Iwobi and Smith Rowe and Jimenez, players who have names.
He's not gonna get his flowers, yeah.
You know, he doesn't get his flowers, but
And it don't stop, bro.
and guys, passing is to the team, bro.
I told them last season, bro, that I would love him. to
Bro, when
play
that man
Robinson,
pocketed Salah, I was like,
It was
bruh, Liverpool need this guy, bro. We can't be having people
Nice.
pocketing
Yeah,
Salah,
yes,
bro.
then I'm going with, I have a centre back in there, I'm going with Greaves from Ipswich.
Yeah.
I think he
Solid.
I would, you know what, I always felt like Tuanzebe was underrated since his time at Man United. But I feel like when I watch Ipswich, you can see Greaves is almost, so to say, I'm going to say an example for Tuanzebe, man. He's kind of, he's a very level-headed defender. You can see he plays with his brain. You know, he kind of gives me that vibes of, you know, like a Michael Keane or something. You know, a bro that doesn't look like a footballer, but his mind
but
puts
he
him in the
talk,
right
yeah.
place in the right time. You know, and he's a very dependent player for them. And I think it might get a bit tougher as the season goes on for centre back in that team.
Longevity-wise.
But so far, man, I feel like he's been doing good. He's been a pivotal part. And then for my third defender, I'm going with Conor Bradley. Simply because
Nice one.
like the point this man made now was the depth of Liverpool didn't come from signings being flooded into positions. And for him to come from academy level, look, Klopp also gave him that chances. But he's now at the point where if Liverpool get in a tight spot, they can change that team, put him on a right back and push Trent to
But
6.
my question is, how is he underrated though? Because I don't feel like
He
he's
played
underrated.
in.
Because you can't say he's underrated because he doesn't play over Trent, because I think that doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
So I'm asking you, how is he? I don't think he's underrated, bro. I think everyone rates him high.
I don't think so, bro. I don't see a lot of people.
Because
rating
okay,
him
but
because-
then how does that
Because
make sense?
whenever the conversation of Trent going to the midfielders come up, they're always like, okay, now what right back is Liverpool gonna buy?
Really?
Yes.
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
always the thing. So when there was a talk of,
Yeah.
I say, what are you
is-
gonna buy when they have Conor Bradley?
is Trent gonna go to the midfield when that conversation comes up?
I would take
you put
Conor
him at
Bradley,
6.
but I'll team now, put him right back.
Rico Lewis?
Rico
No,
Lewis is-
no, I'll play
Rico
over
Lewis
Right,
is
that
actually
was
my
thick,
right
Rico
back.
Lewis.
Ah, wait. Rico Lewis is disrespected by his own coach, bro.
And unfair.
Okay, I guess I feel the same about Lewis like you feel about Bradley. Now I don't feel like he's underrated. It's just unfortunately his counterpart is Kyle Walker.
Yeah.
And that's kind of the same for Bradley, where it's just
Because it's
unfortunate
Trent.
Trent is the right back in the
Bro.
team.
Away, but yeah, man, I feel like he also doesn't get a lot of, you know. Okay, he only makes a few cameos, unfortunately for him, like you said, because of Trent also. But yeah, that was my shout
Okay.
for right
I'm
back.
gonna start with the CDM because
We can
We do
Right
his right backs and his left backs.
Huh? Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm
Right backs and
Yeah,
left
the
backs.
back three,
Back
yeah,
three.
so
Oh,
who's
right
your
back.
left back and
Right
right
back.
back?
My right back is Matty Cash, bro.
Yo. That's
You're
it.
forgotten warrior, man.
Matty Cash has been very consistent, bro, at Villa.
And that other guy, what's his name? Bogart is whack.
Look, the thing is with Matty, with Matty Cash, bro, you know what you're gonna get, bro. He's like a James Milner, man. You know what you're gonna get, bro. Matty Cash, bro, one of the most experienced players in the Premier League, bro.
100%.
And he does not get his flowers. You don't hear about Matty Cash being spoken about a right back in like top form. My left back, I had two options. I really can't decide, bro. But it was Robinson from Fulham, and everybody made a point about him. But Ait Nouri, bro.
Okay,
That is the other shout. I'm glad we see that.
Sure, Ait Nouri, bro.
He's good. Bro, that man is like, he probably have 5-star skills.
Probably the best, bro. Robinson, no, is a brilliant attacking left back, no, and unfortunately, Andy Robertson goes down as the best left back to play in the Premier League. 100%. You cannot deny that, man. If Jose Mourinho can tell you, look at that man made my brain diet. How good is this man?
That man is really
Look,
good,
and
bro.
then you have, I didn't say Tsimikas because Tsimikas comes in the team, he does a job. He does a job and he gets his flowers. Scouser Greek. He's our Greek. He's our Greek Scouser, right? But the thing is, when you're talking about underrated, Ait Nouri is better than Tsimikas, but Tsimikas is more in the headlines than Ait Nouri.
100%.
Right? And people like you just mentioned Ait Nouri.
I like Ait Nouri.
The guy is too good, bro.
Nouri is playing a big role in keeping that whole team alive because
Yes, bro.
they
If
they go down,
Liverpool is interested in Liverpool and City were interested in him in the beginning of the season.
Nouri's a shout and a half.
Who did I pick?
Your left back.
My left back, I put Dallo as my left back.
Good shout. Do you think he's underrated?
I think Dallo's fairly rated. I rate Dallo
He's
that
fairly
thing.
rated.
Nah, I think
You know what?
I see Dallo as, you know, a start marker in United.
He's one of the best
Best players.
I would say Mazraoui over Dallo because Mazraoui can play left and right back. Eh?
But the can also play left and right.
Mazarawi?
Dallo literally did that.
He's a replacement.
With that statement there, I don't know.
Mazraoui
I think
just got
we-
there.
anything
He's still fairly fresh, no?
He just
Still
got
fairly
there.
fresh.
Dallo's been proven now the last season and this season.
I think Dallo's been United's
And
best
Mazraoui
player.
came with a big,
Last season he
he
was
came with a
probably
big
one of the
He was like the Cancelo at United, man.
Yes, bro.
Don't mention that man's name.
Yo, shame.
PTSD then, no?
Okay, I'm gonna go into CDM quickly.
Right back, I have.
Who was your right back? Oh,
Oh, I have Pedro as my right back.
Pedro Porro.
Mm.
Ah.
He's
Yeah.
underrated. I'm
Yes.
underrated.
I think
You don't-
he is.
I think he's fairly
I think
rated.
he's underrated. Do you know why he's
You have
underrated? Because if you must ask a Spurs fan, you would pick Porro over Ben White or even.
They're gonna say Porro.
No, not, I don't think he's
I
underrated.
see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay, so who's your guys' underrated CDM?
Oh, let me just go.
As a right back, I put Malo Gusto. I put
Jason's
Malo
gonna
Gusto.
say-
Malo Gusto by your right back.
By my right back, I put
Ah,
Malo
brilliant.
Gusto away.
Aye.
Because the way Charles is playing right now, no.
He hasn't had a
Like,
bad
don't miss
game.
Reece James.
Yeah, I like Gusto.
He hasn't had a bad game. Bro,
Oh.
that man wasn't even there and people said he's better than Trent, bro.
I think
Nah, Gusto is a good shout,
for
bro.
me, my CDM, I have two options that is like very close. I feel like is highly underrated. It's Baleba and Lavia.
Yo, Baleba is.
But Lavia doesn't play, you know.
Lavia, I'm saying, bro.
No, I will never give a shout to Lavia ever again, bro.
Why?
You can't blame him. You can't blame him.
No,
Nah,
I
you can't blame him.
blame him 100%.
Because
not
bro,
good.
imagine.
Because we all from the outside could see exactly what's going on at Chelsea. Chelsea at that time
No.
was behind blindly.
Yeah.
We all could see it, but all you had to do is go look at Fabrizio.
But
Yeah,
Chelsea didn't need
bro.
that, man.
And they didn't need.
Yes.
Maybe
The
we
problem
as a
is
player, I'm just thinking
Liverpool.
we as a
Liverpool
young
missed
player,
that deal up.
seeing Chelsea approaching
Wasn't
after
about
they
money,
bought Enzo Fernandez, Caicedo,
Yeah.
all these players, me knowing that's my position
Yeah,
going
you still go there.
nah, let me go to that team, they're gonna pay
I
me.
feel like it's kind of like similar to Sancho, bro, if you ask me.
Nah,
Nah, Sancho
look, the Lavia
The
deal.
difference is now with Sancho, the manager wants him.
Yes, and
Whereas Lavia was bought just like they were just like,
Oh, yeah.
are you available?
Oh,
Come.
Look, that whole Lavia deal, bruh. That whole Lavia deal. Liverpool messed it up. You can't blame the player because we can't chase a player now for so long and make him feel like he's the number one target. And all of a sudden, because you want to drive away Chelsea's competitor, like they are competitor for us for the Lavia deal. Caicedo, nobody knew what was happening with him. What did Liverpool do?
Some ship.
Liverpool sparked a bidding war to try and get Chelsea off of the Lavia and onto the Caicedo. It didn't work. All Todd Bowley did was, here's money for Caicedo. Look here. At the end of the day, Lavia looked, bro, Lavia and his agent looked at it like this, like, for months I was your number one target. Now you're going for Caicedo, you want to spend 100 million on him. What's going to happen to me? Chelsea come knocking on the door, they're going to be like, okay, let's go there. You're not serious about me.
Yeah.
That's where, and that's what cost, what's his name, Schmatke, the job of being the director of football at Liverpool was messing that deal
That
up.
deal up.
You
That's a
can't,
big deal
you
to me.
I
can't
feel
do
like it's
that,
big
bro.
deal, yeah.
That
You
one
heard it
can't
here
do
first,
that.
Lavia. There's no Lavia.
Because Lavia was ready to sign, bro. That bro said goodbye to the Southampton players. He was on his way to Liverpool.
And that.
And in the 11th hour, you say we're going to put up £100 million bid for Caicedo. Jurgen Klopp comes onto camera and says, I don't know about this deal. I've heard about it. I still need to speak to the player. That is not Klopp. Klopp wanted Lavia. He knew he's going to get this player. And that's what messed it up.
That's the player who was
Exactly.
But
playing.
now, okay, but just going back to what I'm saying now, I know your emotions and how you feel
I get what he's saying, like you're disappointed.
but bro, like I feel like Lavia is very underrated, bro. And Baleba is amazing.
No, it's actually
player.
it's a really good shot. It's a really
Baleba of
good
Brighton, no?
Yeah.
Baleba of Brighton.
That
Yeah.
means every year, bro. This
Sign
is
him
another
from
one.
League One, bro. Yo.
Yeah, he's good, bro. I like
Really
him.
good. Baleba's good.
What do you say, Ultimate?
So my three, I don't have any CDMs. It might be a bit controversial, but I have Morgan Gibbs White of Forest. I have Yuri Tillemans of Aston Villa.
Okay.
And I
Yo,
also have John
Tillemans
McGinn
is-
of Aston Villa.
And John McGinn.
Mhm.
I like the Tillemans.
I like
Tillemans
him.
is a nice shout.
Tillemans and
Nice
Gibbs
shout.
White, bro.
Tillemans was like, was kind of like tipped to be a wonder kid and just be like the future of football, but it kind of found out. But that man still got the touch.
True.
Through Tillemans,
Bro,
That man still
always,
got the
I've
touch.
always liked
And now
Tillemans,
Villa
like-
got that too. Runners, they got
Yes.
what's it now? Rodgers.
And Tillemans don't like to run.
But he's running around him, Onana's running around
He's
him.
calm.
He just has to play with the
He's
ball.
just that pivotal player.
I honestly
Like,
thought
full
Liverpool
shot,
signed. I honestly thought Liverpool going to sign Tillemans on a free transfer.
They should have.
Oh, you
should have.
And he was available.
Yeah, clutch.
They should
That would have been so
have.
clutch.
Especially after all those deals.
Yeah.
That
collapse.
That collapse, that fell through.
I really thought we would sign him
We
on a
look,
free
we look
transfer.
at look at it from the outside perspective. We're like, oh, how did that not happen? How did that not happen?
Ah, wait.
But this background fact, like for me, Tillemans' attitude is probably what got him not to come to Liverpool.
I feel like some.
He's a player that wants that the aura. It must be about him. He's always carried himself like that. Yes, because like you said, he's been a professional from a young age. He's probably one of the more experienced players in the Premier
He kick
League.
with both feet.
And-
So why do Aston Villa?
That man is so good.
He's playing in a team where they can't take him out of the starting 11, which is what he wants.
Yeah, it's really
So
good.
and he's playing in the Champions League team.
Yeah.
So-
I hear you.
It's a perfect situation for that man, bro. Because he has the quality to play
Yeah.
in the Champions League like
Exactly.
that. He couldn't do it like when after they won the league, they had Leicester. No? Like that Champions League season couldn't really
Nah.
do nothing.
Oh wait, facts. I will then put. I'm putting Tillemans in there, and I'm also putting Nunez in there also. But they-
Which Nunes?
Matthias.
Matthias.
Yeah.
Yeah, yo, he's good.
Very
I rate that
So I
man
feel like
very
he's
highly, bro.
Who's your under? Oh, I was gonna move. on to
Underrated
the
number 6, man, is Endo, bro.
Thank you, bro. I was gonna say.
next.
you,
I
but
think he's fairly rated. I
You think
he's
so?
Liverpool don't. Liverpool.
I just rate him in the first place.
So if you look at the player that
I was
Liverpool,
thinking about that.
bro, if you look at the player Liverpool signed for what we signed him for,
Yeah.
and the big. Don't look at the small games. Yes, Liverpool are gonna dominate position, but when you look at the teams you played, your Arsenal, your City, he matched
think-
your
I think
Rice,
he's underrated.
he
I
matched
agree.
your Rodri, bro.
I think
I've
he
never
should play
seen
the smaller games. To be fair, like the.
No, yeah, I mean-
under in this
like the-
system, yes. But
uh,
if you look at it again against West Ham, most tackles won, most duels won. 100% pass
He's a very,
completion.
very good
Bro,
footballer.
he's effective, he's efficient, he
Discipline.
doesn't moan,
Mm.
but you don't hear about this guy. Everyone is saying like, it's Watar. Bruh, he's a seasoned professional, he's the captain of his national team. He's got experience in the Bundesliga. The guy's nearing close to 300 professional appearances. You don't hear of this guy. But he can easily be sold as a £50 million player.
To any
Because
other
that
team.
is what that's what he brings you. And there was a time
Guaranteed.
where Liverpool were looking for structure in their back now. He came in under the radar and he sorted it out for us.
Yeah. And who else you putting in there?
My other two midfielders, so I have 3 in the midfield. So Endo is my 6, John McGinn on the right. I think that bra is, look, he made the team of the season 2 years ago, and he's never been hyped up.
Yeah. No, I mean,
Like
I think
he's
hyped by
that bra is
Aston Villa.
instrumental to Aston Villa making Champions League football, bra. And he
Yeah.
goes very under the radar. Right? He
No,
comes in, he does his job, and then the third midfielder is Miguel Almiron, bra.
Yeah.
Yo, I feel like Almiron can. Yo, bro.
The silence in the room
Look,
right now.
Santiago Muniz vibe, bro.
Nah, but it's very.
America to-
Bro, it's
But I
very.
get what you're
It's
saying.
very rare you get a player that. It's very rare you get.
He's a good player, he's just doing nothing right now.
That's what I'm saying.
The
That's
thing
why
is,
we didn't go. It was we got Almiron.
that's what I was gonna say. That's the Sandy story.
That's low.
Nah, but look, the thing is this with Almiron, he shows up in big games.
Miguel.
He shows up in big games. They can play him on the wing. They can play him as a 6. They can play him as a 8, a 10, and as a striker. And you don't get players that can do that.
I don't know whether.
I think Jan, on his day, he's
How many goals did he score? Pull it up there. Pull it up there.
I mean,
How many
yeah,
games did he play last
yeah,
season?
yeah.
And look at his goal contributions last season to the games he's played.
So
Yeah,
wait,
yeah.
okay, let me just touch on this.
He can go play for Bournemouth.
Let me ask you,
In my opinion.
in the if you say he's underrated, no? In the Newcastle team now, would you then play him over Barnes?
No.
Over Harvey Barnes.
Hell no.
Hell no.
Hell
Exactly.
no.
He play for Bournemouth.
Hell
Yes.
no.
What?
Let's be real. Let's be real, man.
Yes.
Let's be real.
So how is he underrated?
Live the set.
The thing is this. What does Miguel Almiron give you? What does he give you?
He did give you goals. He did give you
Not just goals. He can play on the wing. He can play on either wing. He can play as a striker. He can play as a 10. He can play as a 8, and he can play as a 6.
I don't know.
You don't get footballers that can do that, and it doesn't get spoken about. It doesn't get spoken about enough, bruh.
I don't think he can do. What is a 6? What is a 6?
So what did he do last season? That's why I said pull up the stats.
Didn't work, bruh.
No, but pull up the stats, appearances to goal involvements, and you see how pivotal he was to Newcastle.
Okay.
And he doesn't get, like you say, you asked me now about Anthony
Okay,
Gordon,
I
you
know
asked me about Harvey Barnes. These are players that go in the newspaper, but when push comes to shove, who does Eddie Howe bring on? Almiron.
I hear you. I hear what you're saying.
Yeah,
Not just that, how long has he been in the Prem?
He's been
Are
in.
we still
He's been
doing
there for a
the
minute.
strikers?
You look at his longevity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the Prem.
I still have 5
But
It's
midfielders.
just fine. It's just
Almiron,
Midfielders,
no?
Almiron is in there for me, bro.
Then
I love
mine is James Maddison in that midfield.
Shout.
Still underrated. Mine is not getting his props. United should have bought that man instead of Mason Mount. As you can say this
No, I
5
agree, I
times
agree with you,
already.
yeah. Mason Mount
Facts.
is not-
United should have taken Madison over Mason
Facts.
Mount,
Junaid left the room because I said
Rogers,
Almiron.
Rogers from Aston Villa, underrated. He only got 1 on his stat pad, but Broski's been pivotal.
Yep.
Ex-City man.
And then Harvey Barnes, bro.
Yeah, Harvey Barnes.
Harvey Barnes.
That was a shout.
That's respected
truly.
to the most, my bro. Like that man is quiet, but he's always producing, bro.
Yeah.
He's always
We're
producing.
front threes now.
Yeah, we are, yeah.
I must still do.
How good that man?
I must still do
You
my
still do your
This
best.
man have 5. This man have 5.
3-5-2.
Yes,
So, yeah, no. Okay, I'm gonna start. I don't really have a defensive mid CJ, but they are probably put. I'm gonna start with Jacob Ramsey. I think he's
Your
his name doesn't
tops.
come up enough CJ
Tops,
in
bro.
that team there. But that's understandable, CJ. Then another one I think that is very underrated and need to watch this season is Aaron Hutchinson from Ipswich.
Paula.
He is
Paula.
a
That's a shout.
dangerous thing.
Omari Hutchinson.
Oh,
Nah,
yeah, no?
Amari.
Is it Amari? Sorry, yeah. That kid looks.
Crazy, no?
Oh, he looks crazy, bruh. That
he's
kind of
fully
he looks
ball,
just
yeah.
as romantic as my next pick in the midfield, who was Harvey Barnes, CJ.
Yo.
Yeah, I think it's enough said. It's enough said. Then I had Murphy, no?
Jacob Murphy.
But I'm
player.
gonna put him side to side with Rogers CJ because both of them.
But
yeah,
do you think Rodgers is actually underrated now? I don't think he's underrated, bro.
Yes,
I think he is, bruh.
because he doesn't have the stats, man. Now he's not.
Bro, he
he's not-
played almost every minute.
Yeah, but
underrated.
it's not
Yeah,
been
but you see,
mentioned, bro. It's
like
not been
when you talk
mentioned.
about underrated, you talk about like saying there's certain players that don't perform, but they're always in the media, they're always getting
Yes,
hype,
bro.
and then you get those players
So
that.
you think that he's not getting hype? I think he's getting hype.
It's going under the radar, bro.
I've only ever seen Aston Villa pages post about that, man.
That's it.
But that's what I'm saying.
Nah, but
Fan
that's
pages.
their fan base
You're never
noticing.
gonna see. Stop by United. You're never gonna see United giving props to other players apart from United.
Nah,
No,
but
that's what they all
that's
do.
his supporters, but that's
I-
United
you are
supporters.
like a unicorn, bro. I don't even know you.
But I'm a footballer, man.
he's a player,
Like I'm
extra.
a footballer first, so like I understand it from all
yeah.
perspectives, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So even if my team is playing poor, I'm gonna say it, bro.
Yeah.
But I grand watching other teams and seeing how the other players are
Football
evolving.
players, yeah.
Yeah.
And especially for these all youngins also, by the way, that's being mentioned.
And
When we think about it in big teams, eh? These are young players, bro, and I feel like they're filling the shoes class.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna end off with my fifth one, Dublin from
Oh,
Southampton.
okay, good shot, good
Yo.
shot.
I feel that like his technical ability can take him to a Chelsea or a Spurs.
Probably
because
will happen, bro.
he looks so composed
Yeah,
in that
he's
midfield. He looks like an experienced player, but once again he's a young one there, bro. So yeah,
Yeah,
that's
so
my
they-
5/6
Let's just
midfielders.
go now, front three. Okay, you must not just doing two strikers.
Two, okay.
My first, bro.
Wissa, okay, he's injured now, but I think,
Okay.
yeah, bro, that man is showing us flames there. And then Cunha from Wolves.
Matthijs Cunha.
Cunha.
I don't think he's underrated though.
I-
You must think about relative to the.
Came in on a big transfer from Atletico Madrid.
You must think of it like that. He's their main talisman.
Yeah.
Everyone says he's their main talisman. Everyone from outside of Wolves
So
is
it's
like,
not
okay,
really
he's not
underrated.
underrated.
Oh,
Yeah, I
yeah.
don't think he's
Talent.
underrated. And I don't think you can say he's better than, like, you know, like, I don't know, like, I want to say that, I want to start the whole
Look,
conversation.
just bring
you
your
know?
argument back to, we had that, you made that point now when I brought up Almiron. And I said, a lot of people don't talk about him, but look at his longevity in the league, his service in the league, he's consistent in the league, but he doesn't get his flowers. Same like John McGinn, when I brought up John McGinn, Junaid said like he doesn't get his flowers.
I think
With a guy like John McGinn, he affects the game without getting
Exactly.
assists, man.
Yeah.
That's
Exactly.
the same with Rodgers,
You
no?
know how it is with the men's with the stats, if you're not scoring or assisting,
You
goals,
don't-
then
you
you're not
don't show
not
that.
getting
Someone not good enough.
Bruno.
That's the only time when Cunha has been Gaski brought up his weight.
He scores, when he scores, but
Yeah, but there's a lot of other.
Yeah, the role he
Okay,
plays in the team
so
seems
Cunha
like-
and Reese is yours, no?
Yes.
oh, Vissa is a good
I
shot.
don't have a full front three, but I have
Some.
Matita as my striker
Is it?
and Saka underrated.
Underrated.
Saka!
You know, Arsenal fans are rave about this man. They say he must be
Say
better
that, say that to Justin.
I think that's Liz's love affair with side piece Arsenal
I feel like it's overrated.
We all know Arsenal is Liz's side niggas. So Liverpool is the main and Arsenal got
That's
Arsenal She is by no secret about it.
I think my striker,
Yo,
my
Saka.
underrated striker, which I don't know if it's really underrated, but I don't think he gets the attention of, obviously because he's playing at a junk club, but I think the Lap is a good striker.
Yes,
He's
Liam, no?
also new to the league.
Yeah.
Ipswich, no? Liam the
Yeah,
left.
he's good.
Yo, if you
Son of
got
Mori,
a
bro.
shout
Yeah.
here.
Quality.
Son of
Hey,
a-
man.
I didn't put it because I didn't.
Shout out to Rory, yo, that one.
Rory's bro doing a team Ipswich.
Yeah, like he's strong. The goal he scored against Fulham.
Banger.
Oh.
Banger.
What? They might run from their box, bro.
Ooh.
All the
But
way
he
to the
almost
second shot.
scored a goal against Brighton like that also.
Yes,
He
bro.
ran all the way.
All the
to
way.
post.
So that's what I like about him. He carries the ball well.
It's quality.
Is that the only
That's just
striker?
my striker, yeah, and my wingers are just like. I don't know.
It's tough, man. It's tough
It's
to
tough.
stuff, yeah.
Wingers
my
was
front three,
difficult
I
to
have
shout.
Rodgers in my front three.
Rodgers in
You
the
don't have to
front
worry
three.
about him, we
Oh,
spoke about
okay.
him already.
Yeah.
My other two players are Mboimo of Brentford.
Oh yes,
And last but not least, my striker is João Pedro.
That's
I don't
go
think
to
he-
But
João
I
Pedro
rate
Wolves.
Wemo
Oh,
and
Brighton,
João
Brighton.
really good. I
Guys,
think
if
I feel like
Yeah.
I feel like Mbuemo is one of the very few players up there with like Haaland, for example, in terms of they brought
Effectiveness.
it from last season
Into
straight into
this
this
season.
season.
Yeah, effectiveness.
And the fact that he was most of the time in Ivan Toney's shadow.
Now he's the guy, no?
Now he's the
Now
guy.
he's
I still don't
Even,
feel like he's
even when Tony was there, the argument was already there. Is Tony really the main guy in
Someone
this
said
team?
if he had, he had his head.
I think he's underrated though, but okay.
Brandon Buemo,
Nah,
yeah.
he's in my team. Bro.
I like him,
He's
man.
100%.
And
Then I have Chaupet. I have Danny Welbeck in my team, bro.
Facts.
That's a shout.
Facts.
That's a shout. That's a shout.
Facts.
He's finally being like respected, man, as a number
Yeah.
9. The
No,
player,
Facts.
the
yeah,
players,
I think
Does
it's
the
really
players-
that mean that he's being rated now?
I think he,
but he's still
No,
not being given
no.
his props, man.
he's
You know
got a
what I mean?
point because he
Yeah.
played. Look what killed him. What killed him?
He played
is
in
because he
United
played at United.
and
Yes.
Arsenal.
And I
where-
think Callum Wilson went through the same.
yes, bro.
Played at
100%.
United, so now it takes away the fact that look here, this boy's actually decent.
This man scored his first free kick in his career last week or 2 weeks ago. And that man never got the chance to even take a free kick at any club he's been at before. And then Duran is the other.
Oh, I
Oh,
like
it's
it,
on
I
Duran.
like
I feel like he's getting his props.
He's
though.
getting it,
Ah.
but so he's
He's
on the
like a
rise
super sub
to
now.
away.
He's scoring a lot, but I would say he's underrated in the sense of.
He's not getting a start.
No.
He's not getting a start.
Well,
yeah.
yes,
But I
and
mean,
not a lot of people knew about John
Only
Ollie
Duran
Watkins.
last season.
Is he gonna start over
I
Ollie?
play over Watkins because I think at the moment offers more. Ollie Watkins offers Aston Villa more than Leeds.
Exactly.
100%.
But
And
you need a goal
They
and
both
still-
produce it. That's the good thing for
Yeah.
Aston
That's
Villa.
the headache
It's
that
working
England's
for
gonna
him.
have now is that
The thing is,
when you
but
strike
Watkins
the
has to
score,
play also.
You must play Watkins.
He's
bro.
in the England squad now. He has to
If
play.
he's fit, you play that man all the time.
I think my front three was I'm going with Leon Bailey on the right.
Okay.
That man don't get his flowers, bro. Everybody
Yeah,
gave it to
that's
Diaby,
a
but
good
Leon Bailey was
I
key
think
to.
that's a good shot.
Yo, they were key.
100%, bro.
I feel like when he was even last season with Diaby, I feel like it was close between him and like who's better.
Yeah, but Leon Bailey was more consistent.
And
Diaby came in a lot from the bench, and he don't look like he really acclimatized to the
Okay.
Premier League.
There was a long period where I was like, nah, I would prefer Bailey over Diaby.
Yeah, now Leon Bailey on the right wing, right? For just like I feel like that bra's
spot.
form was like pivotal to Villa making Champions League football, bro.
And he was injured a bit.
But
And
when
he
came
still made
back,
that
he still-
impact.
exactly.
That is his right wing for sure.
My left wing, Karmatoma.
Oh,
yeah,
nice
he's
one.
underrated.
Yo,
I
bruh.
would- You know why I
Nice
say he's
one.
underrated?
He never left.
Because I would pick him over Son, bro.
Bro, I want
Yes,
that.
even
No,
me.
facts.
When
even
Liverpool,
me.
if he didn't get injured, look,
Uh,
realistically, if he didn't get injured, right? I really think that he would have been a Liverpool player
easy.
because of Liverpool's relationship with Brighton.
Away.
I really think, and we needed a winger,
Yeah.
right?
Mm.
Matoma would have been perfect for the Liverpool
Man,
system.
wrote the thesis on the
Right.
That's
And he doesn't exactly. In my honest opinion, that bra can go to any of the top 6 teams and challenge to start.
Of course.
And he doesn't get his flowers because why? He's not English. He's not European. He's Asian. It's sad, bro. But he can go. He can literally go and play in a
Whatever he
Champions
wants.
League team, and he can thrive, bro. Like he was. People talk about Caicedo, McAllister. That was at Brighton.
Away.
But they don't talk about that man, bro, and his effectiveness.
He's a really good.
And then my striker is Mateta.
Okay.
Mm.
I hear it.
Man, man, just put away, man.
Nah, Mateta is like look that Barana doesn't get enough recognition in terms of he had a better season last season than Darwin Núñez.
Yes, I agree, yes.
He scored 16 goals in the league last year.
There was
And
goals,
nobody talks
and
about it.
Imran was crazy.
The fact that nobody that
talks
Savage
about
wasn't mentioned
And
anywhere.
now in the first 4 games he's got 2 goals. He's carried his form and he's not playing in the best team.
Yeah.
Oh,
So for me, Mateta is like he's doing the business, bro.
Good shout.
Away.
Well,
Doing the
maybe
business.
can you say it's a similar situation between him and like Wood? Maybe Wood's output
Chris
not-
Wood?
was not there, but he's also like carrying that.
Bro,
team.
Chris Wood is scoring hat-tricks for nothing.
Oh,
Forest,
yeah.
bro.
That man he hasn't stopped.
I would say
scoring,
it's the same, no, but also not because the thing is with Mateta, no, if he was playing for Newcastle, he get the hype that Isak is getting. If he was playing for Liverpool, he's gonna get the hype that Darwin's getting, and he's had better statistical seasons than them last
If you're
year.
playing for Chelsea, you get the hype that Jackson is getting.
Exactly, he's had a better season than Nicholas Jackson and Darwin Núñez, right?
Yeah,
In
yeah,
terms
yeah.
of matches played,
Yeah.
goal scoring,
Incredible.
consistency. but they are more in the media than what he is, bruh.
Yeah.
And I mean, Mateta went now recently and he played for the French team, if I'm
Yeah,
not
and then-
mistaken, in the Olympics.
Yeah.
And nobody talks about it.
Yeah.
And he was a starter there.
Yes.
way, bro.
So,
Carrying that team. So yeah, bro, I agree.
So yeah, we've ran a bit over time,
Yeah.
so we're just gonna run through the quick fire predictions for the weekend. So with Newcastle and City, I'm actually going with a 2-1 for City in that fixture.
Yeah. Wait, before you continue. Listen to this, chat. I know they're gonna say City's gonna lose now. Listen to this.
I'll go and say 1-1 draw.
Oh,
ooh.
And
I didn't say it's lose. Was
And
it?
my dog. 2-2 set. 2-2. 2-2.
yeah, to the City, no, yeah. Right.
My man Pip is a serial winner. I say 3-1. He's going out.
Sure.
This must say thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for backing
You
up.
know what? No, you're a real football enthusiast.
Such good
Nah, what I'm saying is he know ball too.
Look, the thing is, no, it's a tough place that City's going to.
Oh, well.
St. James Park, but the way Pep conducted himself in that press conference, man. I'm gonna go 3-1 to City, bruh. That's my prediction.
Earlier you said that we're gonna lose against Newcastle.
Yeah, I did. I said there's a possibility of a loss,
Ah,
but
well.
at the end of the day,
Okay.
Newcastle is still a very erratic team, bruh.
Yeah.
They're gonna score.
If
bro.
they're on,
I
score.
Yeah, if they're on, they're on. And
Yeah.
if St. James Park is rocking, bro, you
Outside.
don't just go
you
there
must
and
hope that
win,
Newcastle
bruh.
don't get a good start. Maybe.
I went.
Score early. That's
I went
nice.
with the 2-0.
2-0.
Oh, cleany boys.
But you guys have been conceding
City
though,
don't
eh?
I know.
keep clean sheets,
And
bro.
then you're conceding early.
That time has passed, bro. You are conceding now at least.
Nah.
And there's no Rodney.
Just watch
Rodney.
Nah. Guys, just watch today. We're not gonna concede.
Look, City, nah, City will win
Okay.
that game.
Arsenal, Leicester, I'm going with a 2-1 for Arsenal.
Okay.
I'm going the same shout 2-1 Arsenal.
Yeah, I feel like
Yes.
Jamie Vardy's gonna score there in that game.
3-1 Arsenal.
Yeah, yo, 4-1
4-1.
to the
I
Gunners.
go.
Who's playing home?
Arsenal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
4-1 Arsenal.
3-1.
4-1.
Arsenal.
3-0.
I went 2-1.
Stones
as
doesn't
well,
start for
2-1
City, by the way.
Alright,
Yeah.
Brentford, West Ham. I'm going with a 1-1 draw for Brentford and West Ham.
Brentford home.
Brentford home, yes. I don't know if
Brentford,
can-
1-0.
I don't know.
1-0.
1-0 to Brentford. I can't see West Ham winning away from home.
Brentford, I mean, who? Brentford.
Brentford, West Ham.
2-1. 2-1 Brentford.
I'm just Brentford with a dub.
What was the score?
I'm gonna go 1-0. I don't think West Ham is.
I don't know why, but I predicted 0-0 for that game.
Okay, I mean
go
it's
2-1
not
Brentford.
far-fetched.
I go 2-0 Brentford actually.
2-0.
Okay.
Can we just make a mention for Thomas Frank, bruh?
Underrated manager.
Yo,
Yeah.
no.
There you go.
Yo,
There you go. Let's
bro.
add that. Let's add that in that.
Thomas Frank,
Yeah,
bro.
is he
Underrated.
underrated or is he
Who?
federated right now?
I mean, he just got into the league, man.
What's it? Brighton's manager, also very underrated, and he's very young still. Youngest manager.
Very
no?
exciting, very exciting.
Yeah,
I
bro.
mean, to be in the Premier League at 31, he must be.
31?
Must be crazy good.
He's 31 years.
Crazy good
This
tactics.
is a good one.
Chelsea up against the undefeated Brighton. I actually went to the 3-1 Chelsea.
Who's home
Me
there?
too, I agree. I
3-1
also
Chelsea.
went 3-1
Chelsea's playing really good
Chelsea's
football.
Chelsea home, no?
Chelsea home, yeah.
Chelsea home.
Playing really good football right now.
3-1 doesn't sound bad.
Keaton.
I say 3-2.
Whoa.
Okay, it's also
Okay,
good sound.
okay.
I say 3-2.
3-1.
2-2.
2-2.
I'm gonna go against the grain. 2-1
Yes,
Brighton.
2-1 Brighton. Woo.
2-1 Brighton.
Relax.
Okay. Next one.
Next one we have Everton Crystal Palace.
Oh.
I actually went for Everton.
Wait, I'm not
Radio.
even reading my own predictions at all.
Sorry.
Don't give it away, Jason. Don't give it away. This man's reading out his own predictions here. Everyone wants to know where you're laying on the log.
I saw the next one. I was like, what? Everton win 1-0? Wait, what?
I'm going with a 2-1 for Everton actually, surprisingly enough. I feel like they're going to pick up their first win. Crystal Palace is not looking really that great.
I mean,
Even
Everton have been.
Everton are way worse.
But for some reason, they just can't get
No,
over
I
the
actually
line.
did say 3-2 Brighton and 2-1 to Berlin. Okay.
3-2
Okay.
Chelsea.
Okay.
No. Oh yeah, 3-2
fixture?
Chelsea.
How are you feeling?
Yo, I have mixed feelings about it. Because look, as much as I think Everton is gonna go down, there are some sparks there.
Yes, they are.
There are some sparks. There's
They've been
just
scoring goals.
They're playing at Goodison Park or
Just
so,
can't
eh?
hold on
They're just
to the lead.
conceding.
Yeah.
They're just conceding more than that.
So I think that I'm gonna go 1-0 Everton actually. Then.
Okay.
I'm gonna go 1-0.
Palace 2-1.
Sure.
Palace
I also
2-1. Everton
I
or
think-
leaking goals, bro.
I have
Leaking
I have a 1-1 draw
1-1 draw. Okay,
at
that's a fair
Goodison
shot.
Park, yeah.
Playing a dangerous game, no?
Very
You know
dangerous.
what I mean? Playing a dangerous game, you want the bonus points?
There we go.
We got Forest versus Fulham. I actually went to the Forest.
That, I'm excited about that game.
Forest, I'm going with Forest there.
Forest what?
Somerville.
Who's playing now?
Oh,
Forest is playing on.
I'm going 2-2 draw.
I'm going 2-1 to Fulham.
I'm going 3-1 Fulham.
Okay.
No gives one.
2-1 Fulham.
Ooh, no keeps
2-1 Fulham.
No, no.
Changes things.
No.
Nah, Fulham's
Dangerous game.
Two Portuguese managers against each other. That's a no. Look, the thing is this. The manager at Forest does well against the top teams because he plays very defensive football.
Yes.
Espirito Santo.
Yes. Marco Silva
Exactly.
has shown his team, attacking wise, like this is just something different there. But I don't think that they have enough to break down that Forest team when they're in the defensive thing.
Or
That's
it
why I'm
might
going
be
for
the
a no.
complete opposite and be a clone
Exactly.
goals. You know what I mean?
I don't know,
I like it, man.
Or clone goals.
Yeah.
I got no there.
Liverpool take on Wolves. I'm going with the easy 3-0 for Liverpool.
3-0 again, 3-0 back to back.
Yeah, back to back.
Huh.
It seems to be a
That's
thing
been
with
our
Liverpool.
average, 3 goals a game.
average, yeah.
Average.
Okay, I win 2-0, so
Okay, that's
to
also.
Liverpool.
Wolves have been a bogey team for Liverpool, no?
Kijk, I
You
have
always
this,
concede
I have this
first
funny
game.
feeling though, guys.
It's the
I have this funny feeling that because I took the Hugo Jota out of my FPL, he's coming to score 2 goals against his team today. So I'm going 4-0.
4-0.
3-1 Liverpool.
Okay.
I was in also, so yeah.
Ah,
I think
I'm
we will
never
score a
go.
goal. But we
You're right. Molyneux hasn't been a happy place for Pool though.
Yeah.
But 3-0. Wolves don't look
Like
look like that game.
Nothing is made
What is your
sure.
next prediction then?
3-1.
3-1.
3-1.
I think Wolves will score, but Liverpool will win.
And then we have Ipswich versus Aston Villa.
I'm saying 3-1 to Villa.
Same, me too.
That's very feeling.
Ollie Watkins and Durant to score again.
Yes, bro.
Sounds like a
Nice.
fantasy talking
You
there.
can see this.
Maybe Tillerman's a banger on top of that.
Oh,
So you also say 3-1.
Yes, bro.
And you?
3-1.
Yes.
Okay.
2-1. 2-1 to Villa.
I
Against
think
the Great?
2-1 Villa.
No faith in
I
Ipswich.
can't always go
Ah,
against
No faith in Ipswich. Yeah.
Unless you have it back.
I think what's his name said, that man Iggy said his predictions was mad anyways.
Yeah, I saw.
Ipswich for, I think they
For
put
win.
for win,
For
yeah.
win bro, 1-0.
Wild.
Because if she's just playing home.
That's a bit mad bro.
Nah.
Bro, you can't say that. Look how well they played against
They
Liverpool on
played
their home
good, but-
ground.
But that's because Ed Sheeran was
Villa.
there.
Oh, am I gonna sing it?
Man, that shares, bro.
United versus Spurs.
No.
Actually, I'm going with a 2-1 for Spurs.
United.
I said 2-1 United. No?
Oh,
Let's leave Jiggy the last scene.
I said 2-1 United, but I think it's gonna be. I'm going for a draw on this one.
What's
I'm going for a draw.
what draw?
High scoring, low scoring.
2-2.
Okay, hold that thought.
I think I'm gonna go 2-1 United.
2-1 United.
I think United will
I win
pull it
3-1
out.
Spurs.
yeah, so
Yo.
we're the only ones that believe
Look
in
here,
Spurs.
I win 0-0 because United used up all their credits for goals. Let's get that out the way. Let's get that out the way.
Okay,
We're
but
playing at Spurs. At Spurs home.
No, we're playing
United.
United.
Old Trafford.
Old Trafford, bro.
2-1 United.
Who's gonna score the
You
goals?
know the duck is licking there, so the
Who's gonna
players.
score the
Now you know what? It's a good question. Even he's thinking that.
Ganacho 1.
Yeah.
Xerxes.
Xerxes.
Yeah.
Xerxes.
Xerxes again gonna hit it straight at the keeper. He's again gonna shot straight at the keeper. Xerxes gonna do
He
that.
must make
He's
fast
again
move.
gonna be the new Darwin Nunes.
Well, Darwin at least hits miss. He can hit it straight at the keeper.
I would rather have on target, bro.
I
I would rather have on target.
What's their next line gonna be? We stick to the plan.
What is the plan?
And Madison is gonna show
What
us
is the
why we should
plan?
have
Stick
bought
to the
him.
plan.
No.
Monday Night Football is back. We have Bournemouth and Southampton. I actually went with 1-0 Bournemouth.
3.
The 2-0 Bournemouth.
3-1 Bournemouth.
1-0 Bournemouth.
1-1 draw.
Okay.
I think Bournemouth is going to win
I'll
that game.
go,
3-1.
Due for dub, no?
I think
we all
Evan Wilson
say,
is going to
we all
score.
say Bournemouth's going down, but we all give me Bournemouth.
But it's Southampton.
My bro, this is gonna be one of their dubs. One of their three for the year.
I'll call it a draw. 1-1.
1-1 also.
I think that experience in that Bournemouth team is going to get them over the line.
That's what and it's playing at home, so it's like I can't see Southampton.
Look, they signed a really good striker. Just need to start scoring now. Evan Nielsen is very good, bro. Just needs to start scoring.
Just need some time.
Man,
We'll
sometimes.
see, bro. They say he's very good.
Let him
Fuck.
Let him cook.
City fan.
Even Nielsen. Yeah, man.
Before we wrap up the show, is there any wild takes that you guys have?
Wild takes.
Wild takes.
I'll take even earlier.
I would say. Okay, I'm a Liverpool supporter.
I don't expect anything from this one, bro.
Eric. So United never won against FC Twente. And they never won against Palace.
Eric 20.
This guy comes out and says, we bought a lot of young players. Your ass spent 700 million on that squad.
Yeah. What
You
is
can-
what are you talking about
like-
even?
Like the most... Bro,
What is
wait,
saying?
bro. Like, come on now.
Like,
Klomp kroon.
we're over the excuses now.
Exactly. And I feel like, look, as far as it comes to United fans, I think he's been very fair and critical of his team. And a lot of them need to also get onto that bandwagon.
To be
Because,
realistic,
bro,
That's why I'm doing this money here,
but my wild take is Ruud van Nistelrooy to be the manager of Man United
That's
by November.
That's what
That's
he
the
said,
thing,
yeah.
man.
By November.
He's gone, bro.
Look, I
Not
said
even
it.
like the off season, nothing.
I said it when he was appointed on my live.
that
no?
means
I had a live and I said it on my live. I said it makes no sense for this guy who has experience of being a manager of a
To be
Champions
standing
League team
behind
to
it.
be standing
When he
behind this,
signed,
bro.
They told him,
you lining
this
up.
don't work out.
So Eric,
You're already there, in-house.
You'll be the first one to be sacked.
Post to come.
Eric will be the first one to be sacked.
So that's crazy. First time on the show, guys, that the wild takes are lining up there with two different.
Look, you just need to
Once a while, man.
what did United's director of football say now in the week? There's no way he can publicly come out and state, look, we have a meeting. Our plan is to win the Premier League by 2028. Are you telling me they're going to give Eric Ten Hag another 4 years?
Oh, hell no. 4 more years.
So, they're not, and you just look at what happened last season. The only reason Eric Ten Hag was given an extension is because he won the FA Cup and it was to appease the fans because there was a segment of the fans that didn't want him gone. Why would they go and interview coaches before that final?
And it
There's
looked
no
like he
faith
was-
in
it
that
looked like
man.
He was ready to go. It literally looked like he was.
There's no faith in that man.
Everybody made it seem like that man was about to dub.
He won the trophy
Yeah.
and he needs to stop speaking before
See,
games.
that's his, bro, that's
That's his number. He ran his mouth
Yeah.
too much.
But that just shows you how much credit you get when you beat City, bro.
Yo.
Because look how much we thought he's on his way out. Everyone thought he's gone. He beat City in the final. He gets so much credit again.
Look,
Why
I
is
stated this and
I
I've
feel
stated.
like City ended in
That's
that
the
way, but
hope that
okay, yeah.
I've
I think we won City. So it's
Keep him around since
Can I ask you guys a quick question? So City's case has started.
Oh my day.
Right?
My bro, just wait.
No.
Just wait. Let this man, let it
So-
send him down.
So City's case has started, right? And this you can take it as a wild take if you want to, but I've always said this. City will win this case regardless if they are found guilty. They'll win this case because it's been pending so long. In that period of time, City have won the treble. They've won the Premier League. They've been the poster boys of the Premier League. The Premier League will not face the embarrassment of having all of that stripped away. So they will push it under the rug. City will not be found guilty. They'll pay a fine so that the Premier League preserves its name and status.
Absolutely, yeah.
So that is my
The
take
thing
on
with
it.
me that I get annoyed by, okay, but you get stupid people, you get stupid fans, you get it's mostly United fans that will say like, you know, that all the success that City won, or all the success that Pep had is all null and void because of this charges looming over his head.
no.
If it does go,
I mean, they have a point though.
I know they have a
Because
point,
without all of
but
that
then-
stuff, who's his
But then you get some people
All of
that
that
go, I get that, but then you get some people that say, Well, I can go and manage City now and then they will win like.
No.
What
You
a
can't
lot-
take away from the quality of the
No,
club.
wait.
What a lot of
Players,
people
you
also
can't, yeah.
forget now is that, yes, there's the FFP that come in, but that isn't all related to like paying 80 more and 100 more and
Yeah.
150 more for players over your budget. That goes into
We haven't spent the most on it.
that goes into
Oh, yeah.
wages and all of that type of
Mm.
stuff also, because I mean, if you look at it, maybe there's been some bad business decisions made there.
Yeah.
But if you can see now, this means is willing to up my wage by 100k a week just because I waste them, I'm in a spot or whatever, or they need me in the system, or they want to renew my contract. Nah, so I'm gonna push them a bit.
Mm.
Sinjay, so I wouldn't say that City. I would say that the worst part of the allegations is the fact that they used money to lure in big players. Even if the transfer wasn't that big in terms of the club spending, but over the years, the contracts that they gave the players, you know, they threw a bit of money around, Sinjay, and I'm pretty sure
But
there
it's-
was other under the table dealings.
Yeah.
So that's the problem
Yeah.
that essentially
They didn't
they
declare
have
all
certain
their-
things
they
that-
didn't declare-
that-
oh, yeah.
They didn't
so
declare
it was like the
everything.
books weren't balancing
Yeah.
up,
And
and
it's
saying
sad-
that you had
wasn't
this amount,
making
but you spent
sense.
this amount.
It's sad
Oh, yeah.
because
So they wanna know
we
where the
also
money
did
came
good
from.
business. So it's sad because we also
Yes.
did buy players for cheap
Mm,
and
but
then
good
sell
deals.
them for.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
I think
for example,
it's-
Julian Alvarez is a great example.
Alvarez.
The thing is with City, what people need to realize is yes, they had the money, they got in the players, but you cannot, and this is why when I was asked this question, do Liverpool get the trophy that the 2 trophies that they should have won? I said I don't want it because we've moved on from it.
Yeah.
Right? We've moved on from it. Right? And you have to give it to City because at the end of the day, 38 game season, Pep still had to
Yeah,
get
there we go.
that squad to play a certain way, a style of.
Yeah.
To still
Money
win.
can't buy the
You can't-
beautiful
money
football
can't
you
buy
saw.
your
Away,
talent.
bro.
Money can't buy the beautiful football. We've seen it with PSG. Look, we no, but
apparently it can.
to be honest with you, but if you're gonna say no, apparently it can. We've seen it with PSG. They spend money, bro, but they don't compete.
To be fair,
Chelsea.
that was a criticism that I had of City, was that they were running away with the Premier League titles, but when they get to Europe, they don't get tested. They don't get tested in the Premier League the same way they
But
get
look
tested
at what
in
they're
Europe.
doing now.
Where the same thing happened to PSG, where they were running away with the French league every season, but then they just
Champions
can't
League.
crack it in Europe because
Yeah.
the teams are better in Europe than they are.
I don't think it's the
in
teams are better though, bro. I think it's Liverpool proved this over the years, and so I'm not just saying this because I'm a Liverpool supporter now. But Liverpool have proved it over the years. We can be playing 6th, 7th in the Premier League. Come to the Champions League.
A cup team.
No, it's the tactics that change. You don't play, and Pep learned this. When Liverpool played in the Champions League, they did not play the way they would play under Klopp in the Premier League. They played very different, right? They played very different. And Pep learned this with City. He said, like, before when City struggled, they would still play that same game, possession-based football. In the Champions League, they allowed teams to attack them more, and then they exploited the spaces. And when City did that, they altered their game from how they play in the Premier League to the Champions League. That's when they started to dominate European football. So I think it comes down to that.
And
Like-
with it is Pep. As I'm saying, bro, you can't just take all of that man's accomplishments and put it and say, and he don't deserve it.
Nah, that would be-
Nah,
No, you can't do
That's
that.
what
You
people
can't
are
do that.
saying.
Nah,
No,
that
it's
makes sense,
stupid,
but I think-
bro.
I think
You
what's
don't
a-
take those- you don't have to
I
take
know,
it
but it's
seriously.
annoying.
But I think-
you're not gonna chat
Because
shit.
it's not one, it's more than one.
You see,
Okay,
Chelsea.
here's my hot take on that thing. Okay, right, you don't take any of the titles away now. But, I mean, if Everton got deducted, you know,
For the same
10 points,
season.
10 or 15 points from,
And Forest,
you know, a handful of
I think
charges,
that was just
does
that was just an
City,
example.
does
Ah,
City get
Just an
relegated?
example.
Based of the
115,
charges
bro.
that they got.
Like I
Yeah, but
said,
who says the charges are exactly the same?
but like I said, I
It's just-
would be excited if City get relegated. A little bit mad to support the championship team, come back to the league and win the league again.
If that happens,
The
Pep is
comeback
gone,
story
Haaland
of
is
the
gone.
One season, I don't think one season to come
Look,
back.
dude,
Haaland is
dude.
not gonna
I'm
play
not gonna say you
championship
like
football.
Oh yeah. Well then that's another matter.
Score in championship.
I don't
No.
see
Oh,
that.
say that's to the national
won't
level.
But there will be a lot of things that come with that now.
There's a-
Remember, there's a cap in championship also.
You can't play
There's
all
a-
that
There's
players
a
in
smaller cap in
championship.
championship.
I know.
So there's all of those things. So you're gonna have to let players go, or
A lot.
they're gonna have to take pay cuts. You know, like the whole
Yeah,
Barca
yeah, yeah,
restructuring
yeah.
thing, where it's like
It's
you
crazy.
have to take a 30% of your paycheck or match.
Everyone is
Look
gone.
at Pep's already on his way out, so he won't
He's
even
gone.
stay with that.
He's just waiting for this charges thing. He's gone, bro.
So do you
I'm
think
not gonna
like
stay for that.
you guys think this would be a fair statement to make now? Because I think
No, I
that
don't
a lot of
think
people,
so.
a lot of people don't understand this, no? And I would say Pep Guardiola, world's greatest manager. Jurgen Klopp, world's best coach.
Okay, I always
Because a
say-
coach will develop a player.
Player
Well,
management.
I can-
And a manager like you understand?
Player management and
So-
development, bro.
Yeah.
Look, the thing is this: with regards to Pep managing a squad, he's managing players coming in on high wages, household names, they superstars. He keeps his squad at the level of De Bruyne's earning 400k. You coming in, you're not gonna get 400k, but you're gonna still perform to that level.
It's like people
Where-
are only seeing Pep now the last few years. They forget when he came into the Premier League and
No,
he
you-
played Fabian Delph at left
But
back
you're not
and-
understanding what I'm saying. He
I
played them out of position, but he kept them happy. Right? He kept them happy, played them out of position. There's
Even
maybe
if he
three,
was playing
there's
that-
maybe 4 or 5 players that Pep took from year to year. Now you go to Jurgen Klopp. He's shopping out of relegated teams and making them world-class players. For example, Andy Robertson got relegated with Hull. Nobody wanted him. 8 million and you turn him into the greatest left back the Premier League has seen. I'm just making an example, right?
What was Akanji when we bought him? It was like 15 million.
But Akanji was a starter in the Dortmund Champions League team.
In a very
Okay,
good order.
yeah.
And this is what I'm saying. When
Polish
Van Halden was at Newcastle, relegated, he came to Liverpool. Look what we did with him. Shaqiri, relegated with Stoke, came to Liverpool, had the game of his life at Barcelona. Without him, we don't win the Champions League. And that's what I'm saying about a coach.
Yeah.
A coach will take a stone, turn it into the diamond.
Or
Pep-
stones.
Pep will sign. But the thing is, what will Pep do? Pep will sign that diamond with all the dirt on him, and he'll polish it so that the diamond can go stand in the main window. That's what Pep does, and that's the difference between a manager
Yeah.
and a coach.
Okay.
And a lot of people don't look at it like that. So,
I hear you.
Fair point.
My wild take is that in the United and Spurs game, United will get a red card. That's my wild take.
who do you think?
Who's gonna get the
Ugarte?
red card?
Ugarte?
Bruno Fernandes.
The butcher.
The butcher.
Did you see what happened in the week
Mm-mm.
at United?
Mm-mm.
Ugarte had his first start, and the man is already receiving abuse from the fans, bro.
Wait, why?
Already, I don't
Yeah,
know,
so
bro.
mensen were saying that he's not good.
You see that's
Why?
the fans who like have unreal expectations for the team, man. Like
But
you
how
can't
can
ex-
you
no
have
patience,
unreal
no
expectations
patience.
at this point? Like,
that's the thing. It's here. That's what I was saying earlier on. A lot of United fans,
Yeah,
not
yeah.
like this man was earlier on. The Lulu scenes.
There's a word that besides delusion, it's called desperation.
Now,
It is, bro.
They
They are
need-
Clinching,
they
clinching
need
and
him
straws.
to be that guy.
They're desperate to be where they were. And
Still,
just leave
Like,
it with
10
that.
years later.
But that's the thing, bro. When you speak to United, you bring up the stuff that now we're building, bro. We're still in the. I'm like, dude.
For how many
5% left
seasons?
to it. Like 12 years ago, you've had 5-6 managers. The managers that you actually had potential of building a future with, y'all sacked. Now you guys are putting all of your faith into this guy who is obviously the most clueless one you had since. Since Louis van Gaal is the most clueless because this one, he says one thing,
Yeah.
next week he changes his thing,
Yeah.
and next week he goes back to the
What
first
he
thing
says
said.
don't make sense. But
Other
can
men
I
want
say
all
this?
back.
Can
Yeah,
I
that's
Now
why
I'll
the fans
text
should be
me.
losing
Yeah.
because the coach is not speaking straight in saying, look,
That is the
this is the problem, this is where we have problems, we're not training properly, the team isn't doing this, the team isn't doing that. Then you tell the fans, you expose the club instead of, for example, go expose a player. You expose what you're gonna do, be straight up there, look, nah, this is where we're going
He
wrong.
doesn't know what he wants to do.
He doesn't know, that's the
He
thing.
doesn't
Yeah,
know.
I think-
doesn't know. No, we trusting the project,
Do
we
you
trusting the project.
think United, no? Because I've said this over the years now already for the longest time. Because United's glory days was when they played 4-4-2. Don't you think United should try that?
No.
Especially with Xerxes now.
That-
Xerxes link up plays
That
good,
time
bro.
of football is gone, bro. 4-4-2. You just want to defend, bro.
Basically.
Like you have nothing else to give. That is your last resort. 4-4-2. Blocks.
And what
Just
happens, if you're going to play against teams like City and Liverpool, who does invert their fullbacks, that your four midfielders, they get
No,
overpowered
but it's not
every
gonna
time.
be like a rigid 4-4-2. But with two strikers, you get the
No,
must be fluid.
Mm.
I hear you in that sense, but if there's two strikers, That's easy because you keep your striker, I keep my striker. Let's not cross paths. If there's one,
You know what?
If there's one striker, I think, and I think this is what makes Haaland also so dangerous. Like if you look at his goal against Arsenal, now,
Splitting the
it's,
two.
it's splitting the two defenders because those are two quality. I would say they're the two best defenders in the Prem. And for him, just in terms of holding your run for a bit or using your
Yeah, but
IQ,
they can't do that.
using your IQ to get between the defenders because they have to almost like telepathically communicate. No, you have to take him or I'm gonna
We've
take
seen
him.
that with Arsenal the last
One hesitation, bro.
One hesitation,
Gabriel
because-
went with him
Yeah.
back.
That one is
Saliba,
gone.
bro, that happened now with Saliba where he was looking at a different player and then he looked and he saw Haaland.
So that's the thing, bro. Alan can do it, and if you have the one striker, it works. If your striker is doing the,
But if you have two strikers, all you have to do is follow your man.
Ah, well.
And now what happens in the midfield is if you push your right backs further up, your wingers, they can't just lamb there and try and overpower 4.2. They have to follow, otherwise you don't have the ball. So then now your full midfield or your wider midfielders are caught up defending most of the game, especially if you play against a team who plays position football.
Yeah.
They caught up running around most of the time. By the time he must have to
But
dribble down the
look,
line.
the
he's
thing
moving.
is, United's already running around right now. As I'm saying, like what they're doing right now don't seem to be working.
They must
at
run,
all.
bro.
So
That's-
I think
they
that
must just run.
I just feel like it's a thing that they can try, and I think it might actually pay off. It will catch a lot of teams by surprise, and it might pay off.
It will
But
catch
at least
himself by
try, bro.
surprise.
You know what I mean?
I think the problem is, the biggest problem with United is Erik ten Hag. And
20 out.
and you know what, you know, like rivalries aside and stuff, no, this is now from a coach's perspective, right? When you take on a team, you have to put your personality onto your team.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
Like Pep,
He's been 3 years at that club.
Still no impact, like.
no immediate.
You can't say United have a style of football. Now I come back to Arne Slot has been at Liverpool for 4 months.
and you
Slot
see the
ball is
impact.
trending worldwide. Not just in England or Liverpool, it is trending.
Football.
Slot ball is trending.
Okay, but
United, no, it's like,
Because once
Bro,
again, as a coach, when
it's like
they
Pep.
interview him, if they ask him, he tells them exactly what
So,
he does.
yeah.
like
what
for
works.
example, Pep Guardiola, you know, tiki-taka. Luis Enrique went to PSG. Why has PSG offered him a new contract? Because they've moved away from being a one-player
Individual,
focal team
yeah.
to playing
A team
tiki-taka
ball.
branded football, and you can see it, right? On a slot ball is now a trend. It's a thing people are talking about. What was never spoken about before, people are talking about the hot zone, which is the area just outside the 18-yard box.
That's true. He's always on
Eric
the
ten
ball.
Hag, what is he doing?
You don't see
Trust the
you
project.
don't see a
Trust the process.
You
You
don't
stick
see
to
a
the
step.
plan. You stick to the
What's
plan.
the plan?
The plan is to stick to the plan. That's the
That's the
plan.
plan.
And for me, when I watch United play,
It's
no,
frustrating. bro.
I look at the team like Ipswich. You guys mentioned Ipswich. They're maybe not
brand.
winning, but Kieran McKenna is on the side. Go there. Mark the half space. Ten Hag is standing like this. He doesn't say anything.
Principle.
He does this, a goal goes in or offside, he goes, he looks at the camera. You don't talk to Van Nistelrooy. Van Nistelrooy shouts more than him.
Yo, bro.
Now,
So
I
how
don't
can you confidently play for a manager that's just standing
I
like
don't know
this?
if you saw,
No
saw
passion,
the shout from
Exactly,
Ruben
no
in the week.
passion, bro.
Where-
Oh, I saw.
where he spoke about that clip of Eric talking to Garnacho while he's getting dressed, and then he made a comment like, you know, at that point a player doesn't want to hear what you have to say, and a lot of people criticize that. But to be honest, as if you've ever played football before, you would most of the time, if your coach knows what they're doing,
Yeah.
he's already
You
told
know
you the whole
already.
week what you
You
must
already
do.
know,
He's
yeah.
not going to tell
Tell
you
you
before you put your
again.
jersey on.
Look
Look
here.
here, don't forget. You got to put that right back. This is the space you.
No.
But now,
Surprise,
would you,
professional
so-
level where you can tell him, bro, you know what
Remember
to
that
do,
day?
or do your
Yeah.
thing, and then
But
I
now-
from the sideline you tell him, look, you're doing this wrong, fall that's, or come here, or come closer, go wider, whatever, from the field. What instructions are you giving your player before he goes on, unless you giving him instructions to give to the team,
Yeah.
you know?
Passing it along.
I look at it like this. United had Mourinho, he was successful. I'm take you back to something Mourinho did. You remember when a player caught on nonsense?
Oof.
Mourinho took that water bottles
And he
and
gooide.
he threw it. My bro, that shows you this is a manager that there's passion in this, bro, man.
bro.
If I'm like in the changing room,
That's my
I'm
next
not gonna
floor
start
today.
for the next 3-4 games.
Because I call
And
them
you know
fouls.
what? They
Yeah.
won a trophy on Louis van Gaal. Went to the referee. Hey, threw himself to the ground. He won a trophy.
Passion.
Do you understand what I'm saying? Look here, if a player, for me that's a footballer, if I see my coach is busy shouting, fighting with the opponent, my brother, I'm gonna wanna run through a brick wall for this man. And you know what, people might say, honestly, don't do the first pump and that, but he's out of his seat, doing this. The team scores, he looks to the bench, he'll do a small first pump with the bench, or you'll celebrate with his fans. There's a reaction. Ten Hag just
plan, bro.
he looks soulless, and that's why his team looks soulless, bro.
100%, bro.
In his press I feel he's too cocky. I feel he's too cocky.
With nothing to back it, man.
He's too cocky.
No, he has 8 trophies in 2 years. That's all the fans also talk about.
I
You know,
wait,
if you
but
ask him, what did he actually do? No, he won 2 trophies in 2 years. Okay, fair enough, but I mean...
The only other team to win more than us, Man City.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they keep doing that.
Wow.
That's a mistake.
Is that your measure of...
when we still not seeing the brand of football that
Don't
he's
go-
been saying, that's the plan.
Don't compare and say, Arsenal didn't win that much. Yeah, but Arsenal not winning. Why are you comparing it to Arsenal?
Arsenal had a better
You
season
wanna
than
have-
you. They had a
you wanna
better
have
season than you.
Like Arsenal that just doesn't win anything every year.
Fair enough.
You don't want that, you want to win stuff. But
Also
and
show
you
growth.
wanna also bring your team up into
Yeah,
the top
show
4,
growth.
into the top 6, into the conversation. Are you gonna win the Champions League if you're not winning the
But-
qualify for the Champions
Now,
League?
that's also the annoying thing. It's not like it's just a fan base. It seems like within the Manchester
Yes.
United camp,
Yes.
there is that
That's
that
the
notion
mindset.
of, nah, they wouldn't,
No.
they still up there because they
the
want
notion
stuff.
of we're a big club.
Yes, we're a big club, we're up there.
Oh, look at what he said before the FC Twente game. You don't want to have to hurt something that you love.
Then you go,
Bro,
go
why
through.
are you at
Then
Man
you
United?
score. Then you don't even score a goal.
So what you were saying is, before the game, we Man United as FC Twente is a guaranteed win.
Yeah.
Basically,
sure.
yeah.
And then what happens? You come up against them.
Basically,
Nugs doen niet.
Boom! Your players have that in their mindset, which is why a player of Christian Eriksen's experience, he's not supposed to turn with the ball there. Put that ball out for a line, kick it back to Onana so Onana can kick it upfield.
Yeah.
What does he try and do? Oh, it's FC Twente, I'm playing for United. I'm going to try and turn. He loses the ball. Boom! Goal.
That's the wrong type of impact the coach.
But
is
it's the
having on
mentality
team,
of the
man.
coach being instilled onto the players. You play for United, so automatically you're the best.
Anyways,
guys, we went into extra time on this one.
I think that was always gonna happen with all of us.
We went into Fergie time.
Where's
My
Howard the
laptop even
Whip?
died already.
R.I.P.
Thanks for
R.I.P.
guys in the
laptop.
chat. Thanks for having you guys on the show today.
Yeah,
for
man,
having us,
appreciate
man.
it.
Thank you.
Appreciate the invite.
Pleasure, it's a
Don't
pleasure.
forget to like, share, subscribe, and tell all your friends.
Yeah, for sure.
Danko.
peace out, peace
Peace
out.
out.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Fang is on the flip side.